All right, we're back here at Chester High School Stadium. Clint Davis, Jeff Kerr, Jim Fuller. Cyclones make their way onto the field. Cheerleaders lead the banner. Chester High School, CHS, new flags this year. Cyclones have a new mascot, Stormy. Here he comes. Here he comes. He's strutting himself out here looking like we're going to storm to the Storm Center.
I just need to know if Stormy's running.
Look at Stormy. Look at him. I like it. He's a Cyclone, but he's got a big tail. And looks good. The Yellow Jackets come on the field. They run through their banner. And there's probably twice as many players on the far side, Jimbo, as there is on the Chester side.
They're very, very big.
Got a lot of players. 5A school out of Fort Mill. Cyclones are 3A school. Fort Mill won the coin toss, have elected to receive. They're going to put their offense on the field first against the Cyclone defense, trying to limit plays. I tell you, I certainly understand that. Coach for Fort Mill is trying to limit the number of touches for the Cyclone offense. Coach Rob McNeely, second year under as head coach there at Fort Mill. He's going to try to limit Cyclone's offensive touches, and I don't blame him for that at all. As Cyclones have proven to be pretty explosive in years past and certainly have that capability again this year. I'll be interested to see what Coach Floyd does offensively, Jeff, if he opens it up at all to get this game started.
We threw 9 passes last week. I think we'll probably throw somewhere in the neighborhood of 15 tonight. But, again, we're going to just got to play Chester. That's it.
Absolutely. Play Chester football and see what we can do against this Fort Mill Yellow Jacket football team. It's cooled off a good bit, actually. It's still hot out there, but it's nowhere near as I thought it was going to be, Jimbo.
No. I just poked my head out, and I was really surprised. It's not cool, don't get me wrong, but it's not as bad as it was at 1 o'clock today.
No, cool is not. We're not going to say the word cool tonight.
No, not tonight.
Unless it's a cool play.
DJ Stevenson has it teed up at the 40-yard line. He'll be kicking left to right. Cyclones in their blue home uniforms, blue pants, blue jerseys, blue helmets, kicking off to Fort Mill. It's a run-up and a kick. It's a low line drive kick taken by the deep man at his 10-yard line. He's across the 15, 20, 25. Oh, my goodness. He got hit hard in there by number 39 for the Cyclones. Terry Radford on the kickoff coverage. Not number 28 for the ball carrier. That's Braylon Thomas, the junior running back, going over to the sideline and saying, Coach, I need a spell.
I'm going to tell you something. He's probably seeing a lot of different numbers right now. But that was a very fair lick. It was just a good lick.
I tell you what, one of the things you know about Chester's got speed. That's a nose tackle running down on kickoff.
But let's remember, he played defensive end last year.
Deep man for Fort Mill will be number 33, Grayson Deal. He's going to line up. Fort Mill's going to start in the shotgun, running back to his right, 2 receivers to either side of the formation. Ball's on the 25-yard line, moving right to left. Quarterback's number 15, the senior, Colin Martin. Waits on the snap. Cyclones look like they're going to bring pressure. C.J. McCree from that middle linebacker spot crept up. Now he's going to back off a little bit.
He tried to make Chester jump off, didn't he?
Went for that Aaron Rodgers hard count. Yeah. We were ready. Martin looking over the defense, waiting for the snap. Takes the snap. Got a wobbly snap. Cyclones put pressure, but it's a screen pass to a wide receiver. Called out there by number 1, Landon Kurtz, in the flats on the far side of the field. He got to the 30-yard line. A gain of 5. Brings up second down. They gave him 4. Brings up second down. And
in pregame, they were running a lot of those quick slant plays. Just might see a lot of that tonight. They're not going to be able to stretch the field on us, so they're going to have to be quick and short. Good time for pick 6.
Second down and 6 for the Fort Mill Yellow Jackets. Sends a man in motion. It's going to be a snap behind the quarterback. Cyclone's going to be on it. They recover the football. Kyan Kennedy from his defensive end position recovers a bad snap at the 20-yard line. Cyclones in business.
There's another ball bounced our way, guys.
Man alive.
Trying to run it. I think they're trying to snap it to the wing back, Jeff.
They very well could have been. Or it was really hard to tell, but I'm not sure if the quarterback was even looking. Good, I mentioned this when we came back from a break, but their defensive line is not near the size of what Lancaster was.
No, absolutely not. Cyclone's going to be lined up. Trooper Floyd, an empty backfield set. He's got the football on the 20-yard line of the of the Yellow Jackets moving left to right. Sends a man in motion. That's Reggie Heath Jr. going to run a jet sweep. Reggie Heath's got some running room. 20-yard line, 15-yard line. Got a block on the outside. But, that wasn't Reggie. That was number 3. Demias Witherspoon. Reggie was out there blocking for him. He got 4 on the play, maybe 6. Brings up second down and 4.
I want you to look at the
Cyclones.
guy playing over the center. He's number 32. He might be 5'6",
maybe,
and he might weigh a buck and a quarter.
Cyclones take a shot back snap. Hannah Coleman up the middle. He tells left,
6.
starts back right. Stiff arm touchdown, Cyclones. 10:30 to go. Cyclones up 6-0. 10:30 in the first, taking advantage of the turnover.
Just like last year, guys. Of course, we drove the ball down the field on the first time we had the possession. We didn't get a turnover. We drove the ball down the field and scored. A quick score again tonight for the Cyclones. Always good when the Cyclones can score first. I'd love to know what our record is when we score first.
2-play drive, 20 yards, ended up in a touchdown for the Cyclones. Elijah Coleman, 14-yard touchdown. First period, Cyclones going to go for 2. Witherspoon in the quarterback position. Takes a shotgun snap. Fakes the handoff. Going to throw across the middle. Kyan Kennedy, 2-point conversion is good. So it is 8-0 Cyclones. And that's number 3, Witherspoon, to Kennedy for the 2-point conversion. We'll take a break and we'll be back. Cyclones up 8-0 here to start the first quarter.
You're wide open.
Tonight's Chester Cyclone football game is made possible in part by Hamilton, Delaney, Greer, and Cotton. Attorneys at law providing legal services since 1907. Attorneys Milton Hamilton, Greg Delaney, Brian Greer, and Nick Cotton have a general practice of law with offices in Chester and Rock Hill. Hamilton, Delaney, Greer, and Cotton support all the schools in Chester County.
Tonight's Cyclone football made possible by Burns Chevrolet Cadillac in Rock Hill. Serving the area since 1923 and located off I-77, exit 82B in Rock Hill. Burns has new Chevrolet and Cadillacs along with a selection of pre-owned vehicles, including buy here, pay here.
Where'd Stormy go, man? Stormy get excited?
681-7198 or online at Burns Chevrolet.
I didn't see Stormy doing any dancing. Where is he?
Choice.
I don't even see him.
Kickoff, DJ Stevenson bounces at the 15, taken by the the deep back for Fort Mill, who's running on the right side, on the far
There's
side.
A penalty.
Number 3 for Fort Mill, Tyson Helms, up the right side. He got the ball out to the 32-yard line. They're going to spot it at the 33. I don't believe there's a penalty. I think you just saw a yellow helmet.
We're very fortunate that we didn't get. I think he just didn't get. They didn't see him because number 20 shoved the guy pretty hard, but I think he was in a group of people and they're just not able to see him.
Ball's on the Fort Mill yard line, 33-yard line, or they're going to spot it at the 31, moving right to left as wearing blue pants, white jerseys, and yellow helmets. Look like the Pittsburgh Panthers out there. Cyclones in their 3-3-5 defense. Free safeties, number 2, Reggie Heath. Fort Mill sends a man in motion on the dive play. Hand is off to his running back up the middle. That's number 4, the junior running back, Joseph Anderson. He goes over the right side for a gain of 3. It brings up second down and 7. Second down and 7 for the Yellow Jackets. Send a man out wide to the left. They're going to be in the shotgun formation. Got a wing back on the left side of the line and a tailback right behind the quarterback and a wing back on the right side. So basically an old kind of flex bone offense. Quarterback takes shotgun snap. He's going to try to throw out here the flats. He does, but his man is going to be covered by number 7 for the Cyclones, Hadafa Taylor. And Ball was caught by number 3, Tyson Helms, and he was tackled for a loss of 2.
Yeah, that's going to be the extent of their passing game, I think.
Lost 2. Brings up third down and 9 for the Yellow Jackets here against this Cyclone defense. And Cyclones will bring a little pressure from the outside. Now C.J. McCree comes up the B gap. He's going to catch it, and they're going to let him go. But the Cyclones, receiver runs through several tackles. Cyclones miss him, and they got to the 35-40 across midfield before he's run out of bounds at the 45-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 23 yards to number 14 for the Fort Mill Yellow Jackets.
We missed 3 or 4 tackles, though.
Quarterback's 3 for 3 tonight with a total of 25 yards passing so far. First down for the Fort Mill Yellow Jackets. Quarterback in the shotgun, got wingbacks going left to right. Got a man in motion, got away with it. Nope, he didn't. Right wingback moved too soon, Jimbo.
Yes, he did. And the head linesman got him, and the referee got him.
It's Chester High School football, WRBK. Thanks for tuning in. 8:58 to go in the first quarter. Cyclones up 8-0. Had Fort Mill backed up 3rd down and 9, but let them get by on a little slip screen from the quarterback to number 14, Jackson Smith, the senior receiver, took it across midfield, got it into Cyclone territory. Now the quarterback's in the backfield, takes shotgun snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to try to throw downfield. He does high. And Tobias Witherspoon there on the Cyclones on coverage knocks it loose. Quarterback tried to hit number 8 out in the flats. Tanner May, the junior wide receiver, and good coverage out there by number 3, Witherspoon, the sophomore athlete for the Cyclones. Brings up 2nd down and 15 for the Yellow Jackets.
That play's going to come back to haunt Fort Mill again later tonight. I guarantee you, we're going to get a pick and maybe a pick 6.
Nose of the football on the 50-yard line, touching the Fort Mill side of the 50. Quarterback touches his helmet. Now he moves his man in motion, his running back, from his right side to his left side. Sends a man in motion across the formation, hands it off to his running back. We got a 5-yard illegal shift penalty, and we're going to back him up 5 more and run 2nd down again, Jimbo.
Yes, sir. Got cut up field too quick. Can't do that, boy. 2nd
penalty for the Yellow Jackets on this drive. Already had one big turnover on their first drive. Now they're killing themselves with penalties. They went from 1st and 10 at the Cyclone 45. Now 2nd down and 20 from the Cyclone, from their own 45.
I don't think Fort Mill's got a 2nd and 20 in their bag, so I think they're going to try to pick up 5 or 6 here and try to get it 3rd and something.
Wide receiver screen.
Maybe. There's a hunch. I think we're going to get a pick here before long.
2 receivers to the right side. Ball's on the near hash. Moving right to left. Cyclones bringing some pressure up the middle. They're going to get to the quarterback, hit him as he releases the football. He's going to be caught at the 50-yard line, 48-yard line, carried out of bounds by number 7 for the Cyclones. That's Hadifa Taylor from his spur position. He's a junior wide receiver, defensive back. And he gained 2 on the play, brings up 3rd down and 18.
That little receiver, I bet he doesn't weigh 150 soaking wet. These little
they're definitely a smaller group than when we played last week.
6th play of this drive, 3rd down and 18 for the Yellow Jackets. 8:13 to go in the first quarter. Cyclones up 8-0 over the Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets moving right to left. 3 receivers to the right side of the formation. Quarterback takes a shotgun snap, swings it out in the flats. Cyclones force the running back in, but he squirts free. He gets over the 45-yard line to the 44, where Kyan Kennedy takes him down for the Cyclones, but it is going to bring up 4th down and long for the Yellow Jackets. They'll bring the punt team on. Quarterback for Fort Mill's 5 for 5, but he's not had much success. He's only had 36 yards. Punts up. High end over end kick. Reggie Heath back to receive it for the Cyclones. He'll catch it at his own 15-yard line, where the Cyclones will put it in play. 1st and 10, moving left to right, up 8-0. 7:15 to go in the first quarter.
I think Coach Caldwell's going to have some conversations. Had some missed tackles on that drive. I mean, we ultimately forced them to punt, but we still had some missed tackles.
We did that, unfortunately.
36-yard punt. Now the Cyclones put it in play at their own 15-yard line. 7:15 to go in the first. 2nd possession. Floyd takes a shotgun snap, drops back to pass. He makes a couple men miss. He's got a man open across the middle. Went right between the hands of Amari Simpson, the sophomore, who was wide open. Trooper Floyd made a few men miss, and then he got around the outside and was able to throw it down the field.
I'm going to tell you, if he can catch that, he probably can turn and run a little bit. But it did. From this angle, it looked like it went right through his hands, Clint.
It did. .708. Ball's on the Cyclone 15-yard line. Cyclones in their typical spread formation, 2 receivers to the outside. Hands it off to Elijah Coleman up the middle. Elijah's going to be hit in the backfield. He's going to drive the pile a little bit, but he got hit at the 10. He gets back to about the 13, hit in there by number 80 for the Yellow Jackets. That's T.J. Cornelius, the junior defensive end, made the stop behind the line of scrimmage. Cyclones down.
Pay attention to this matchup throughout the game. It looks like Kyan Kennedy's being covered by number 21 for Gavin Brandwood, and there looks to be a significant height difference. Oh, moved over to the slide. Still, again, significant height difference.
3 receivers to the left side of the formation. Trooper Floyd, empty backfield, takes shotgun snap, get pressured up the middle. He's going to get tackled at the 1 yard line, but that's number Cornelius again. Cornelius just simply came off the edge, and no one picked him up, and that was going to be a sack and a loss of 12 on the play, and Trooper did a good job to not get safety. So the Cyclones will be on to punt the football here. Going to started their drive on their own 15 and ended it on their own 1. Lost 14 yards on that drive. Trooper Floyd on the punt. Deep to receive the punt is number 1 for Fort Mill, Landon Kurtz. Got a high snap, but got a low line drive, wobbly punt, going to hit it at the 35-yard line, take a Cyclone roll. Kurtz picks it up at the 37, comes across the 35 down to about the 31, where Fort Mill puts it in play. 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. 30-yard punt by Trooper Floyd. Fort Mill gets it in good field position deep in Cyclone territory. The plus 26. It's 5:41 to go in the first. Fort Mill.
This must be the first.
Got a water break. Got a water break. We'll take it with them. Cyclone football, WRBK. We'll take the water break, Bill.
For over 77 years, Fairfield Electric Cooperative has delivered electric energy to our consumer owners.
I'm going to say, did we
As
lose
a
him?
Touchstone Energy Cooperative,
I was
we are
getting
part of a
worried. Did we
nationwide
lose him?
community
I was
of
checking my
local,
phone. Did you send me a
not-for-profit
text?
cooperatives committed to enhancing our customers' lives and livelihoods by providing reliable power, high-quality customer-focused service, and valuable products and services. We're Fairfield Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy partner. Proud to be a part of tonight's Cyclone football coverage on WRBK.
Founders Federal Credit Union proudly sponsors Cyclone Athletics. Looking for a home field advantage? A mortgage loan from Founders Federal Credit Union can help, with mortgage programs designed to fit your financial needs with member service. FoundersFCU.com to apply for a mortgage loan from Founders. Relax, go Cyclones. Membership qualification required. Terms and conditions apply. Founders Federal Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA, equal housing lender.
All right, we're back here. Fort Mill has it 1st and 10 at the Cyclone 26-yard line after a 30-yard punt by Trooper Floyd that was returned 7. Whoa. Cyclones jump off sides, I believe. I believe it's going to be a 5-yard penalty on the Cyclones. It will be their first of the night if it is. It's offsides on the Cyclones. First penalty of the night for the Cyclones. So instead of 1st and 10, it's 1st and 5. Ball's going to be on the Cyclone 21-yard line. Fort Mill's in business, down 8-0. Opening drive for Fort Mill was a disaster, but since then they've settled in, Jeff.
Yeah, defense gave them an opportunity.
Ball thrown across the middle. That ball's going to be caught by the receiver just under the outstretched arms of the Cyclone defender on the slant. He gets inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. That's a 17-yard pickup, and the quarterback is 6 for 6 tonight. And he hit his receiver number 1 in stride.
That was a good throw, but I will tell you that was a really good catch.
That's the same play you talked about a while ago, wasn't
it? Yeah, they like to run that play. It's going to get picked off at some point in time tonight.
Landon Kurtz snagged the ball out of the air, thrown to him by Colin Martin. 8-0 now. They're in a wing back or a double wing set out of shotgun. Takes shotgun snap, hands it off to the man on the right side. He's going to string it out. Cyclone's going to chase him down. And running back tried to get lateral against this Cyclone defense. He's tackled by number 16, Antonio Hopkins, at the 5-yard line.
Loss of one on that play. I think Fort Mill's going to have to throw the football. They're not going to be able to run they're not going to be able to run lateral against the Cyclones.
No, Jackson Smith trying to run it to the outside. That was not he couldn't be successful on that. They're going to have to run straight at the Cyclones or throw it. 4:49 to go in the first. Cyclones up 8-0, but Fort Mill knocking on the door. Ball's at the Cyclone 5-yard line. Third play of this drive. Martin in the shotgun, sends a man in motion, left to right, hands it on a dive play right up the middle. Cyclones stack him up. He's going to get maybe back to the line of scrimmage, maybe just over the 5. The line judge is going to spot him just inside the 5-yard line, brings up third down and goal from inside the 5. I'm going to go with no gain on that one, boys.
Yeah, I mean, he might have got half of a football.
Third down play right here. Two receivers to the right side of the formation, one to the left. Number 4 in the backfield. That's Anderson. Rakes try to make a block. Ball's thrown across the side field. Then tipped by the Cyclone defenders. Falls harmlessly incomplete in the flats. Fort Mill is going to bring on the kicking team up or down 8-0. Going to try to get 3 to even to get on the board. I don't believe I'd do this, Jeff.
I think if I'm Fort Mill, I'm taking every chance to get in the end zone.
You got that right. I ain't kicking here.
Cyclones are going to get rolling offensively. Good job by the defense.
Defense bowed their back after giving up a pass play.
I think that run play on first down was a bad decision for Fort Mill and put them in the spot. Jackson
Smith on the kick for the Fort Mill Yellow Jackets. Got a good snap, hold, kicks up, and it is good. So it is going to be 8-3, 3:50 to go in the first. Fort Mill gets on the board. That's Cyclone Football, WRBK.
Tonight's Cyclone Football coverage on WRBK made possible in part by Dr. Sam Stone and his staff at Lowry's Family Medicine in Chester. Lowry's Family Medicine provides health care from birth to the golden ages and is located at 517 Doctors Court off of Wilson Street Extension. Dr. Sam Stone and his staff are proud supporters of the Chester Cyclones.
Made possible in part by Joe's Towing and Record Service. Joe's Towing and Record Service located at 2581 Lancaster Road in Chester. They offer local and long-distance towing, heavy-duty towing, and service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Joe's also does big truck repair, truck and tractor tire service. More information is available at 803-581-5720 or 803-385-8610. That's Joe's Towing and Record Service.
Senior wide receiver defensive back Jackson Smith on to kick it off for the Yellow Jackets. He's got the ball teed up on the 40. Deep to receive the kick for the Cyclones, number 16. Antonio Hopkins, number 2, Reggie Heath, and number 3, Demias Witherspoon. Waiting on the kick. Here's the run-up and the kick. It's going to be a pooch kick. Going to go over and be taken by Kyan Kennedy at the 30-yard line. 35-yard line, 40. He's still on his feet. No, that's DJ Stevenson. 45, 50. He's going to cross 50-yard line. He fumbled the football. Looks like Fort Mill's going to recover the ball. DJ was running hard. It looks like he got stripped. And Fort Mill says they have the football. We'll see what they do. No signal yet. Fort Mill has recovered the football. Cyclones have fumbled it. They've had fumble problems all season. Had them 3 last week. Just recovered every one of them.
I'm not sure about that. Look at the referee.
Oh, the referee said it was Cyclone football.
Said Cyclones got it back.
Well, here's the beauty of this. There will be no review.
That's true.
So Cyclones take it over to plus 46-yard line. That's the 46-yard line of the Yellow Jackets with 3:37. Got another break there, Jimbo.
Yes, sir. That's a good break right there.
Moving left to right against the Fort Mill Yellow Jacket defense.
Of course, they're all good.
Absolutely, they are. Got to get some of those, but you don't want to live off those, Jeff.
No, sir.
Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Caldwell. Coleman up the middle. Coleman makes a couple men miss. He gets into the hole, but not. He gets over the 45-yard line down to the 44. He's tackled in there by a big man, number 75, Adam Hathaway, the sophomore.
He's a biscuit away from about 275.
Yes, he is.
From the sophomore. 13 yards on 3 carries so far for Elijah Coleman and a touchdown. Floyd in the backfield, waiting on the snap. 2 receivers to either side of the formation. Takes a shotgun snap. Going to roll right. Look downfield. He's got a man open. That's Reggie Heath Jr. Oh, and Reggie Heath was running down the field before he caught it. He was 5 steps behind the closest defender. That would have been 6 points, but he was looking down the field too soon. Ball falls incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8.
I tell you what, that's a missed opportunity for the Cyclones there. And Kyan Kennedy was just standing in the middle of the field, just waving at him. There wasn't anybody within 15 yards of him.
Yeah, both of them they're both wide open on that play, just unable to connect.
Pass was a little wobbly, but I mean, it was hitting him right in the hands.
Oh, goodness. It hit him at belt high.
Got to catch it.
Yeah. 2 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right as well. Coleman in the backfield, 2 Floyd's left. Ball's at the 44-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. It's a draw play, and Coleman takes it over the left side, gets over to 35, down to the 34. He picked up 10 on the play. He needed 8. That's enough for a Cyclone.
We ran that same play last week,
down.
if you recall, guys, and we had big yardage down there in Lancaster in their territory. So, that might be a staple this year, Fuller.
Cyclones.
You surprised, Clint, that we're throwing the ball a little bit more?
I am. Cyclones got the ball on the 34-yard line of the Yellow Jackets, moving left to right. Floyd takes a shotgun snap. It's a low snap. He fakes the handoff, and now he's going to take it himself over the left side, dive forward. And if the linesman gets it, the lineman spot, a terrible spot. My goodness. Trooper was up, in my opinion, to 33, and he gave him a loss of 1.
Oh, that's bad. That's a bad spot.
That's a terrible spot, Jim.
That's bad.
2nd down and 11. Cyclones. Floyd takes a shotgun snap, going to run the option to the left side, and he's going to be stacked up and then tackled by the defensive end coming across the play. Number 10, give him credit, Josh Welch, the junior, never gave up on the play and folded Trooper over for a loss of 3. Troopers now run it 3 times, lost 16 yards, but 12 of those were on a sack. Brings up 3rd down and 13 for the Cyclones here. 6th play of this drive, which started at the Yellow Jacket 46.
I think if we can get down to about the 30-yard line, Clint, I think we'll probably go for it. Go for it anyway.
3 receivers to the left side of the formation. Trooper rolls to his left, throws back across his body. He's got a man open that time. That's number 10. That is Tyler Williams in the slot. Runs down and does a little curl pattern. And Trooper Floyd hits him for a gain of 14 and a Cyclone 1st down.
He had a couple of options there, guys. He had Amari Simpson standing over there on the sidelines just past the 1st down marker as well. Good throw, good catch, 1st down conversion. Here we go.
Gonna measure.
Wow.
Golly bum.
Okay,
Clint, what does your eyes say?
I can't see that one, Jimbo. We'll see what they do here. As they got a quick timeout, we'll take it with them. Cyclones up 8-3.
Tonight's broadcast of Cyclone Football made possible in part by Chester County Natural Gas Authority. As Chester County Natural Gas celebrates 60 years of service to their customers,
got some
they
tough
remind you
spots over there,
natural gas is the most efficient and effective way
tough spots
to
at
heat your
lineman.
water, heat your home, dry your clothes, and to cook your meals. Contact Chester County Natural Gas Authority Monday to begin enjoying the comfort and affordability of clean burning and efficient natural gas.
Barron Funeral Home at 133 Wiley Street in Chester and Dancer Baker Funeral Home located at 26 Underwood Avenue in Great Falls are proud to help bring you tonight's broadcast of the Chester High School football game. They wish the Cyclones great success this season. The staff of Barron Funeral Home and Dancer Baker Funeral Home continue to serve the people of Chester County with courtesy and dignity.
All right, we're back here. Cyclones had enough for a 1st down. Just barely. Maybe the stripe of the football, Jimbo.
It was about a half a football. I'm surprised you didn't call that and say it was good by a half a football.
Well, I couldn't see it, to be honest with you. Well, they got it spotted in between the hashes. If it was on a hash, I could have called it. Look at Trey over there. Trey
can't miss him.
Trey Canterman over there. His head's even with the number 1 on the down marker.
He's a large individual.
He's tall. He's about 6'7", I think.
But he's lost about 30 pounds.
Good for him. I was talking about his height.
Oh, I know that.
I wasn't bringing anybody's size into it, Jim.
No, I know he's proud of how he's lost.
He should be. Cyclones have it 1st and 10. Ball is at the 24-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. Cyclones still moving left to right. 1:14 to go in the 1st, up 8-3. Trooper Floyd in the shotgun formation. Waits on the snap, takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Coleman up the middle this time. 20-yard line, 15-yard line. He's going to drag some guys over the 15-yard line. Looks like the linesman's going to spot him there at the 15. Fort Mill comes up holding the ball in the air, but they say he was down. And they're going to spot him at the – what is he going to spot him at, 17-yard line?
It looks like it's 16, Clint.
16. They give him 8 yards on the play.
It's going to be 3rd and about 2.
Should be 2nd and 2.
Or excuse me, 2nd and 2, yeah.
Oh, this is past to the end zone right here.
You got options here. I mean, because you got 3 downs to get 2 yards. I'm looking for number 5. I'm still waiting for number 5.
Antonio Hopkins in the vein with the running back. Trueflow hands it off to him, a little change of pace. Hopkins tries to run hard. He runs hard over the 15-yard line down to the 14. I believe he's got enough for a first down for the Cyclones here. We'll see what that linesman says. And he got another close spot, Jimbo.
God.
Going to be 3rd down. Hopkins got 2 on the play, but not 2 and a nose of football. Hopkins still in the backfield. Kyan Kennedy in at the H-back position on the right side. Tight end on the left side. Hands it off to Hopkins this time up the middle. He's got the first down and more. He's at the 10-yard line down to the 9-yard line where the line judge is going to spot him. And that brings up another Cyclone first down, 1st and goal after the pickup of 5 from Antonio Hopkins. 3rd first down of this drive, 3rd first down of the game for the Cyclones. 1 pass, 2 rushes. Brings up the ninth.
Probably going to be the last play, Clint.
Brings up the 9th play of this drive. We'll see it on the other side of the break. It's the quarter in. 8-3. Cyclones over the Yellow Jackets here in Chester at Chester High School Stadium.
You want some lights?
We'll take a break and we'll be back.
Tonight's broadcast made possible by Hillside Restaurant and Bar at 129 Gadsden Street in downtown Chester. Hillside Restaurant and Bar offers specialty coffees and desserts in their cafe, brick oven-baked pizzas, salads, and sandwiches. Their speakeasy-style bar has adult libations. Hillside has an event room for special occasions. The cafe open Thursday through Saturday at 7 a.m. Hillside Restaurant and Bar open from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. Online at hillsideeats.com with a Z and on Facebook and Instagram.
Looking to upgrade your future? Discover York Technical College, where education meets opportunity. Get ready for success with York Tech's no-cost tuition program. That's right, tuition is on York Tech. Explore a diverse program, hands-on learning, and supportive community in the Tri-County area. Don't miss out. Visit yorktech.edu to learn more.
You're listening to Cyclone Football on WRBK Richburg, WNBK Whitmire, WEBK Society Hill, WUBK Inner-Ray.
All right, we're back here at Chester High School. Chester Cyclones up 8-3 over the Fort Mill Yellow Jackets. Got my man Brian Wilmer to my left. I was excited to see him earlier, and I said, "You writing for the Herald?" And then I was corrected. He is writing for the Chester News and Reporter tonight.
T-Jank.
Freelancing for the Chester News and Reporter. He'd had enough of that bunch up there and said, "I'm going to move up to heaven." So he came down there and started working for Travis Jenkins, and I like it.
Where's Travis tonight?
I don't know where he is. He's not here.
No, he's not here.
No, he's sent him a picture of the food and told him to enjoy his taquito.
Floyd takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Coleman in the middle. Coleman stutter steps his way through. He's going to get to the 5-yard line. Back judge throws a flag.
So it's either holding or a face mask.
At the end of the play, Coleman gets inside the 5-yard line or down to the 5. We'll see what they do and what the penalty is. I believe it's on them. Coach Victor Floyd said it's on them. Trooper Floyd said it's on them. 5-yard line. Cyclones have a 2nd down and goal from the 5. We'll see what the official marks off right now. Too many players on the field, 12 men on the field. The Cyclones will decline it, take the play, and it'll bring second down and goal from the 5 for the Cyclones. Coleman picked up 4 on the play. He's got 35 yards rushing tonight on 6 rushes so far. This is the 10th play of this drive.
Talked about crowd last week that traveled over to Lancaster. Good home crowd tonight too, guys.
Officials trying to figure out what's going on here. I can't figure it out. Trey is yet to move the stick.
Yeah, Trey's got the stick on the 10. The ball's resting on the 5.
And Trey's defense, he's waiting to be told what to do, and I appreciate that. Now Coach Floyd getting a little explanation from the white hat. Get down to 5. I believe it's going to be illegal participation. Going to be half the distance and 5 yards, isn't it? Going to put him at the 4-yard line, half the distance. We'll replay that down. So half the distance to the goal. That's a 5-yard penalty for the Yellow Jackets. Cyclones have it first and goal from the 4.5 now. Coleman in the shotgun formation with Floyd. Floyd fakes the handoff. He tries to make a couple men miss over the right side. He gets tackled for a loss of 1 on the play. Brings up second down and goal from the 5. Got tackled there by the defensive end on that right side of the Fort Mill Yellow Jackets defensive line. Ball's on the right hash, moving right to left. 10:43 to go in the second quarter. Cyclones up 8-3. Coleman takes it over the left side, bounces back right side. He's going to get close to the goal line, and there is a touchdown signal from the linesman on the right side. That means Cyclones just went up 14-3 with 10:26 to go in the second quarter. 10:24, and my main man Jack Sink just gave us 4 seconds, and I appreciate it.
Jack is a man that makes everybody happy.
He's a homer.
Nothing wrong with that. Cyclone's going to go for 2 here. Up 14-3. Ball's going to be spotted at the conversion line. Linesman signaled good. We've yet to add the points to the scoreboard, but that's okay. We know we got them. 5-yard run by Elijah Coleman. Witherspoon's going to take the direct snap. Going to be a quarterback run to the right side all the way. 2-point conversion is good. That is Demias Witherspoon over the right side for the 2-point conversion. And the score is now 16-3 Cyclones after the 4-yard touchdown run by Elijah Coleman. We'll take a break and we'll be back. Cyclone football on WRBK.
Tonight's Cyclone football made possible by Burns Chevrolet Cadillac in Rock Hill. Serving the area since 1923 and located off I-77, exit 82B in Rock Hill. Burns has new Chevrolet and Cadillacs along with a selection of pre-owned vehicles, including buy here, pay here. Burns Chevrolet Cadillac, 800-681-7198 or online at BurnsChevrolet.com. Your right choice.
This Cyclone football game is made possible in part by Quack Glass, your mobile auto glass replacement service.
Man,
Quack
I'm
Glass
telling
will
you,
come to
I hadn't
and solve
seen
your glass auto
Stormy.
needs. Quack Glass is American owned.
He ain't been out much. He's too hot,
They're serving
man.
both North and South Carolina and
Gotta
now
have
with
him water
offices
break.
at
Oh, I see
Carowinds
Stormy.
and
Stormy's just not
2708 Black Creek
Stormy.
Road, Lancaster. 866-787-8225 or online at quackglass.com.
We're going to have a family
You
conversation.
can trust the Dove.
All right, Cyclones up 16-3 back here at Chester High School over the Yellow Jackets from Fort Mill. DJ Stevenson has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. He'll be kicking right to left. It's going to be a high end-over-end kick, but it's going to be angled toward the sideline, taken by the Fort Mill up and back. He's going to be forced out of bounds at about the 35-yard line, I believe, where the lineman's going to spot him. And it'll be Fort Mill Yellow Jackets taking over the ball first and 10 at their own 35, going left to right against the Cyclone defense.
Cyclones had a good defensive stand on that last Fort Mill possession, held them to a field goal. Let's see what we can do here, guys.
10 minutes and 19 seconds. Ball's on the 35-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. They're wearing blue pants, white jerseys, and yellow helmets, moving left to right against the Cyclone defense. Coach Caldwell's defense in the 3-3-5 stack defense. Cyclones jump.
They jump.
Somebody jump.
I think that might be against Chester.
You think we got over the line?
The right defensive end.
Yeah, number 32 jumps a lot. I don't know his. I don't have his number. I believe it's Nathan Moss, junior defensive lineman. That's the second time he's jumped tonight. Well, I like this. Have you noticed that this referee, when he does it, he does the signal and then he puts both hands pointing. He doesn't do one hand. He does both hands pointing like he's about to shoot somebody or get it like he likes it. You know what I mean? Second penalty for the Cyclones here. He points both hands as if he's like, about to call out the band music or something. DJ. Cyclones with 3 down linemen. Fort Mill takes a snap, hands it off to the dive man up the middle. Cyclones going to hit him after he gains about 3 on the play. He got hit from the safety position, number 8, excuse me. That's Darian Baxley. And he knocks down the running back after he carries for 3 yards. Running back number 33, Grayson Deal. Brings up 2nd down and 2 for the Yellow Jackets here. Ball's just shy of the 44-yard line. 2 running backs in the backfield right behind the quarterback. Quarterback's going to take a shotgun snap, going to roll on the option, try to pitch to the outside. Cyclone's going to catch the running back, but not before I believe he gets the 1st down. Tackled by C.J. McCree. Ball carries number 4, Joseph Anderson, but he got 3. Brings up 1st down and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Their 3rd of the night.
They've been able to move the ball a little bit on the Cyclones tonight.
C.J. McCree from his Mike linebacker position makes the stop. 2 receivers to the left side of the formation, ball from the right. Got 2 running backs and what used to be an I formation, but the quarterback's in an abbreviated shotgun. He's about 2 yards behind the center. Waiting on the snap. 2 running backs behind him. Takes shotgun snap, going to swing it to the flats. And his receiver catches the ball, tries to make a couple men miss, but he is unsuccessful. Number 7, Hadifa Taylor on the stop for the Cyclones on a great open field tackle.
Quarterback's efficient. He gets it there. It's not quick, but he gets it there.
He's 7 for 7 tonight. Receiver was number 14, Jackson Smith, but he lost a yard on the play. 49 yards total passing for the quarterback. Waiting on the snap. Looks over the defense, sends a man in motion. He fakes the handoff to his dive guy who goes left, and the quarterback thought he was going to go right. Cyclones meet him in the backfield. Number 32, Nathan Moss, and number 39, Big Terry Radford for a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down and long for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback went the wrong way or the running back went the wrong way, but somebody went the wrong way.
Did.
5th play of this drive right here. Ball's on the Yellow Jacket 44-yard line. They got to get to the Cyclone 44 for a 1st down. Moving left to right. Everybody's checking their wristbands. Cyclone defense got some hands on their hips, but they'll be ready to play once the ball is snapped. 2 receivers to either side of the formation. Traditional spread set up here. Quarterback in the shotgun, running back to his right. Looks over the defense, makes the call, gets the snap, throws it up high. That ball's going to be intercepted by number 16 for Antonio Hopkins, but it was tapped in the backfield by number 15 for the Cyclones, and that's Daquan McCree coming on a blitz, and he tipped the ball in the air, and Antonio Hopkins intercepted the pass, and the Cyclones will take it over 1st and 10 at the Yellow Jacket 43-yard line.
Tip drill.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I'd like to see the Cyclones throw it down the field.
First and 10. Trooper Floyd brings his offense onto the field. Ball's at the 43-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap, going to swing it out here in the flats to Elijah Coleman. He makes one man miss. 40-yard line, 35-yard line, going to get carried out of bounds at the 34. That's close to a 1st down. It's an 8-yard gain.
Oh, Mr. Bill, W.D. Marion just about bought the farm on that one.
Coleman came right to Bill, but I guarantee you he got a nice action shot.
I don't know he did.
He was running.
8 yards on the play for Elijah Coleman. That's 23 yards passing for the Cyclones tonight.
Bill's first tackle.
Brings up 2nd down and 2. Coleman dances in the hole, and then he drives the piles at the 34-yard line. Going to get close to a 1st down. Going to be a little short. Brings up 3rd down and short for the Cyclones here. Ball's at the 34-yard line. They got to get to the 33, about a yard and a half, Jumbo.
Louisville 8, Buford nothing.
Yeah, they didn't start till 8 o'clock.
Our guy Travis just messaged me.
All right, 3rd down and 1, 6:50 to go in the 2nd quarter. Trooper Floyd in the shotgun, waits on a snap. He's got the snap. He's going to run the counter play, hands it off to Coleman. Coleman makes 3 men miss in the backfield. Then he squirts through the hole over the 30-yard line down to the 28. That was all Elijah Coleman right there.
Number 20 right there. You're right, Clint.
He got 7 yards and a first down for the Cyclones. 6:33 to go. Clock's running, 1st and 10 for the Cyclones. Their 4th of the half here as we get this thing underway, and 6 minutes to go in the second, this set of downs. Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap, going to roll to his right. He's going to throw down the field into the end zone. Got a man open. That's Reggie Heath, but he's going to catch the ball out of bounds. Good throw, but just ran out of real estate. Brings up 2nd down and 10. Balls
Love
at
the play call.
28-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. Troopers only 2 for 4 tonight for 23 yards.
He's only thrown 4 passes?
Yep.
Seems like
he's only thrown 4. We've had 6 total. Or 3 for 6, excuse me. So he's 3 for 5. Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun step, hands it off to Coleman up the middle. He's got a big hole, 20-yard line, 25-yard line. The ball's down. Helmet came off of Coleman. It's going to be dead. The line judge says he was on the ground when the ball came loose. So it's about the 3rd time the Cyclones have had a ball squirt out on them, guys, but they've been down on the ground. Coach Floyd can't be happy with that ball security.
Not at all. So kind of a wash, rinse, and repeat of last week, guys. And, twice that's happened to us today, and we've been ruled down. Recovered
that one was
one.
Close right there.
Elijah Coleman picked up 13 and a Cyclone first down. Official timeout, I believe. It's going to be a water break. We'll take it with them. 6:08 to go in the second. Cyclones up 16-3.
This broadcast of Chester Cyclone football is made possible by Polk Bell Bonds, serving Chester County for over 30 years. Polk Bell Bonds executes surety bonds in all state or federal courts and can provide GPS, electronic, or alcohol monitoring. Ned Polk is available anytime at 581-POLK, 482-POLK, 789-POLK, and 872-2222. Polk Bell Bonds.
Tonight's Chester Cyclone football game is made possible in part by First Citizens Bank. At First Citizens, we believe that banking is all about the people we serve, and we work hard every day to make sure our customers know how we feel. First Citizens Bank with offices in Richburg and Chester. That's First Citizen Bank, forever first.
All right, we're back here at Cyclone Stadium. Cyclones up 16-3, 6:08 to go in the second quarter. Just finished another water break. A little bit hot out there tonight, giving the players a chance to hydrate. Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap, going to run the draw play to his running back. That's going to be Witherspoon. Witherspoon was a little slow getting into the hole. Fort Mill shut it down quickly. He gained 2 on the play, brings up 2nd down and 8. All right, so the Cyclones are going to give him 1 on the play. Cyclones have it 2nd down and 9. Ball's just inside the 15-yard line. They got to get to the 6 for a first down. 3 receivers to the left side of the formation. That's going to be number 10, Tyler Williams, number 5, Kyan Kennedy, and number 1, Omari Simpson. 1 receiver, Reggie Heath, split out to the right. Floyd takes a shotgun snap. He's going to roll to the right, try to throw a post corner to Reggie Heath. He's got him open, and he overthrows him just a hair, and he was wide open on the post corner.
Good route.
Beautiful route. Cyclones will put it in play 3rd down and 9 after that incompletion.
Good route. I don't really think it was a bad throw. I'm wondering if Reggie even saw it.
Yeah, I don't know. Witherspoon comes out. Coleman, the senior, comes back in. Good coverage out there to some degree by the defender. Number 23, Brandon Moore, junior defensive back. 2 receivers to the right side, 2 to the left. Trooper Floyd in the shotgun. Coleman to his left. Takes a shotgun snap. He's going to run a quarterback draw over the middle. 5-yard line. He's going to get down inside the 10 to the 4. Just shy of a first down. He got 8 on the play. Brings up 4th down and 1 for the Cyclones. That was a good play call right there, Jeff.
What do you do,
Yeah,
Jeff?
it was. I think that's where Trooper can be better at, is just running kind of between the tackles, not having to get out.
Brings up the seventh play of this drive. Excuse me, didn't mean to cut you off. Cyclones up 16-3. They took it over on the Yellow Jacket 43-yard line after an interception by Antonio Hopkins.
How about the delayed draw here?
4th down and 1. Trooper Floyd in the shotgun. Fort Mill's going to jump off sides.
Thank you.
And that's going to be a Cyclone first down, and they'll put it in play 1st and 10 from the 3-yard line. And up 16-3, looking to knock on the door and add some more to it. 6th first down for the Cyclones tonight. 4 by run, 1 by pass, and 1 by penalty. That's the 4th penalty for the Yellow Jackets for 20 yards. All of them have been procedural penalties, Jimbo.
Yeah, well, got to watch what you're doing.
We've had 6 penalties total in the game. Every one of them been a procedural penalty. Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Coleman. Coleman drives his way through. Touchdown, Cyclones. 4:32 to go. Cyclones up 22-3 over the Yellow Jackets from Fort Mill. Cyclones will go for 2.
Is Stormy celebrating?
3-yard touchdown run by Elijah Coleman. 4:32 on the clock in the second. Coleman's had a 14-yard TD run, a 4-yard TD run, and now a 3-yard TD run. Demias Witherspoon comes on to run the quarterback position for the Cyclones. He'll be in an empty backfield set. 3 receivers to the right side. Trooper Floyd's in a near slot there. 2 receivers to the left side. Coleman is in the slot on that side. Witherspoon takes a shotgun snap. It's going to be a quarterback draw up the middle. 2-point conversion is good. Cyclones up 24-3. We'll take a break and we'll be back. This is Cyclone Football on WRBK.
For over 77 years, Fairfield Electric Cooperative has delivered electric energy to our consumer owners. As a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we are part of a nationwide community of local, not-for-profit cooperatives committed to enhancing our customers' lives and livelihoods by providing reliable power, high-quality customer-focused service, and valuable products and services. We're Fairfield Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy partner. Proud to be a part of tonight's Cyclone football coverage on WRBK.
Relax, save like a pro with Founders Federal Credit Union. Founders Loyalty Select account gives you the opportunity to grow your savings. Fund your account through your favorite Loyalty product and start saving. Not a member yet? Relax. Join Founders.com or one of their 40 locations to see if you qualify for membership. Membership qualification required. Terms and conditions apply. Founders Federal Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
All right, back here in Chester, Cyclones kicking off. Fort Mill takes it at the 5, crosses the 20, the 23, 25, 30, 35, 40, and goes backwards. Knocked out about the 37-yard line. Good return by the Fort Mill Yellow Jackets. Cyclones score on an Elijah Coleman touchdown, and Demias Witherspoon with a 2-point conversion. Cyclones on top 24-3. 4:21 to go in the second quarter. Cyclones did kick off to start the game, so Cyclones will get the football back to start the second half. Fort Mill's 1st and 10 on their own 36-yard line. And it's going to be a Cyclones offsides. While they're marking that off, I got a quick couple scores here, guys. Irmo 14, Lancaster nothing, Louisville 14, Buford nothing. I haven't seen real interested in this Rock Hill South Point game tonight. No score. I actually do have a score, 14-0 South Point.
Cyclones just picked up their 3rd penalty of the night for 15 total yards. 3rd procedural penalty. Fort Mill quarterback Martin takes a shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, going to roll to his right, hits his safety valve over his head. Actually, ball was intended for number 3, and that's Tyson Hams. Falls incomplete. Hams looks like he's just getting up a little gingerly. He looks like I looked the other day when I was running on the got on the backside of the Winthrop Coliseum. I was parked over near Glencairn Gardens. My hamstring caught on me. I had to hobble a mile and a half back to my car.
Were you morning run?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's still grabbing on me a little bit. I tried to run yesterday, a little grabbing, but I'll tell you what, I thought it was just a cramp, but it might have been a little more than that. But
injury's a little tough when you get in your 40s,
woo,
man.
they hard. You don't
Try
bounce
when you're 60.
Don't bounce back like he wants to. Martin in the shotgun, running back to his left, wing back on the right too as well. He's going to look down the field, try to throw. He's got a man open, and he's got some running room, 20-yard line down to the 25, to the 22-yard line. He just lofted that thing up there, and his receiver, number 5, Jeremiah McNeil, the junior, ran right up under it. He had beat his defender, number 3, Witherspoon.
They've picked on Witherspoon a little bit tonight. That's not the first time they've thrown his way. Very well thrown football.
Very well
thrown. Just
laid
it up there. Nothing special, but he did throw it in the right place.
30-yard reception. That is going to be a 79 yards passing so far for the Yellow Jackets. Martin under center this time, in the shotgun. He's going to run the same play. He got a man wide open. This time it's going to be almost intercepted by Reggie Heath. Reggie went up to get it, and he's going to be slow getting up. I think he tried to catch it one-handed, and the receiver ran into him and ran into his arm. It looks like the receiver is a little shaken up as well. I think Reggie went to get that ball from the free safety position, and I believe they collided with the running back or the receiver's helmet.
His timing was good, boy. He had it timed perfect.
Just a little shaken up there. Reggie stays in the game. He comes off the game for a little breather. He had to take a break. Cyclones bring in number 13, Tamari Caldwell, sophomore, to play that free safety position. Trying to get everybody lined up. Quarterback takes a shotgun snap, rolls to his right. There's a hold. He's going to throw down the field. That ball's going to be close to being intercepted, but also close to being caught. There was good coverage and a good opportunity down there for the Fort Mill Yellow Jackets. Falls incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10. Ball's at the Cyclone 25-yard line. 3:31 to go in the second period here at Cyclone Stadium. Quarterback Martin's 8 for 11 for 79 yards so far tonight. Got a timeout on the field for the Yellow Jackets. We'll take it with them. Cyclones up 24-3. We're going to take this break, Bill.
Tonight's Chester Cyclone football game is made possible in part by Hamilton, Delaney, Greer, and Cotton, attorneys at law providing legal services since 1907. Attorneys Milton Hamilton, Greg Delaney, Brian Greer, and Nick Cotton have a general practice of law with offices in Chester and Rock Hill. Hamilton, Delaney, Greer, and Cotton support all the schools in Chester County.
Tonight's Cyclone football coverage on WRBK made possible in part by Dr. Sam Stone and his staff at Lowry's Family Medicine in Chester. Lowry's Family Medicine provides health care from birth to the golden ages and is located at 517 Doctors Court off of Wilson Street Extension. Dr. Sam Stone and his staff are proud supporters of the Chester Cyclones.
3rd down and 10. 3:31 to go in the second quarter. Cyclones up 24-3 over the Yellow Jackets. They're trying to pick up a big 3rd down conversion here. Jimbo.
Yes, sir, but we're trying to prevent it.
Martin takes a shotgun snap. He's going to hum it down the middle of the field this time again, and the Cyclones are going to be there. There's going to be a penalty marker on the field. I believe he caught the football.
That was a flag.
There's flags on the play. It's going to be pass interference regardless. I believe the ball was caught in the end zone. If so, that's a touchdown for the Yellow Jackets. Quarterback Martin threw it up, and the receiver for Fort Mill went and got it. That's number 1, Landon Kurtz, the senior. And Cyclones had 2 guys there. He just went up and fought for the football, but the Cyclones got there a tad early, Jimbo.
Yes, they did, and he came over his back.
You know, number 8, Tanner Mays made a nice catch earlier on a slant down there on the other side end zone in the first quarter.
25-yard touchdown pass. So that's 104 yards so far tonight for the Yellow Jackets passing the football. Coach Caldwell will not be happy with those numbers.
He is not happy. You ought to see him now.
7-play drives, what I had, that covered 65 yards. Smith on to try the extra point, kicks up, and it is good. So it is 24-10, 3:22 to go in the second. We'll take a break, and we'll be back. Cyclone football, WRBK.
Tonight's Cyclone football made possible by Burns Chevrolet Cadillac
I'm
and
going to kill some time at halftime.
Serving the area since 1923 and located off I-77, exit 82B in Rock Hill. Burns has new Chevrolet and Cadillacs, along with a selection of pre-owned vehicles, including buy here, pay here. Burns Chevrolet Cadillac, 800-681-7198, or online at BurnsChevrolet.com. Your right choice. Tonight's broadcast made possible by Hillside Restaurant and Bar.
He's here.
129 Jackson Street in downtown Chester. Hillside Restaurant and Bar offers specialty coffees and desserts in their cafe. Brick oven baked pizzas, salads, and sandwiches. Their speakeasy-style bar has adult libations. Hillside has an event room for special occasions. The cafe open Thursday through Saturday at 7 a.m. Hillside Restaurant and Bar open from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. Online at hillsideeats.com with a Z, and on Facebook and Instagram.
All right, we're back here at Cyclone Stadium. Cyclones just gave up a touchdown to the Yellow Jackets, 25-yard pass from Martin, number 15, Colin Martin, to number 1, Landon Kurtz in the right corner of the end zone. And that was a 25-yard pass. The Smith kick was good, so now instead of being a 24-3 lead, it is now 24-10, and then there was a pass interference that was marked off against the Cyclones on the kickoff. So here's the run-up and the kick. That ball's going to be kicked by Smith. It's going to hit at the 5-yard line, and Cyclones are going to take it at the 1-yard line. And Witherspoon's going to run out of bounds at the 5, but he got a flag on the 15-yard, unsportsmanlike late hit, which is going to get him ball to the 25-yard line. He's actually going to get farther out. Why didn't he just let it roll in the end zone? Automatic touchback.
Explain something to me. Why do they mark the pass interference?
I thought you declined it.
On the kickoff, if you decline, it's a touchdown. If you set the penalty, and it's 1st and goal.
That's what I thought.
I think it's an unsportsmanlike conduct. It's got to be.
I don't know.
It
might have been. I have no idea.
Has to be.
So they had a 15-yarder on the Cyclones, and they marked it off on the kickoff. Then the
like
ball
Witherspoon just kind of jogged out of bounds, didn't he?
Witherspoon ran out of bounds at the 10. I think he might have thought it was one of those. I think he might have thought it was an automatic touchback. Well, he jogged out of bounds at the 10.
The referee was very clear. He said it was in play.
He was very clear.
15 yards, but Fort Mill bailed him out with a late hit. So a 15-yard penalty. That's the 5th penalty for Fort Mill for 35 yards. Cyclones had 4 penalties for 30 yards tonight. Cyclones will take it over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line with 3:17 to go in the second quarter. Trooper Floyd in the shotgun formation, running back to his right. And there's a penalty on the play. Looks like it's going to be the back judge threw it. He's usually a delay of game when he throws it.
That can be a delay of game. We were waiting on them.
Somebody's phone is banging. Is that yours, Jimbo?
No, sir, not mine.
We're going to wave it off. Y'all don't hear that phone?
Yeah, I hear it.
Somebody's phone drives me nuts. His 1st and 10, balls on the 25-yard line, moving right to left.
God.
Trooper Floyd in the shotgun formation, 2 receivers to either side. Takes a shotgun snap and hands it off to his running back. No, Trooper takes it over the right side. He gets about 10 yards. There's a penalty marker in the backfield and another one up where the Trooper was tackled. I believe they're going to have 2 holds on the Cyclones. Seriously, what is the world?
I just got a text.
Let's see what the call's going to be.
We backing up.
Going to be a hold on the Cyclones. I know the one in the back is the hold on Cyclones. Is it offsetting, or the question is it offsetting, or if it's 2 holds?
Holding Chester declined. Holding Chester accepted.
So there's a hold at the end of the play, and it was declined. The hold at the beginning of the play, and it was accepted. Back them up 10 yards. Cyclones have it 1st down and 20 at their own 15-yard line.
Anybody find that that phone?
It went off. I don't know. First and 10, Cyclones, 3:09 to go. First and 20, excuse me. Ball's on the 15-yard line. It went backwards instead of forwards, Jimbo.
Yeah, that's not the way the game is designed.
Trooper had gone on the option play and got the first down, but had to pull it back. This is a delayed draw this time. Trooper's going to be hitting the backfield, and he lost 4 on the play.
This is not how the Cyclones want to finish up here as we're trying to close out the end. Now we got a flag. We're going to have somebody's going to have an unsportsmanlike conduct, dead ball.
Thrown back in the Cyclone huddle. Flag's thrown at the 11-yard line. And number 63, Jeremiah Gladden, having a conversation with the official, trying to see who is responsible, unsportsmanlike on the Cyclones. Half the distance to the goal brings up second down as after the loss. So lost 4, and then an unsportsmanlike where you're going to lose another 5 and get you down to the 5-yard line where the Cyclones will put it in play. First in a country mile.
As Carlisle, you say another zip code.
Cyclones going to get themselves in a situation where they're going to have to go to Fort Mill for a first down.
That's right.
2:59 to go in the second. This game was moving right along, and then we kind of hit a slow spell. 2 receivers to the left side of the formation. 1 split out wide to the right. Got a tight end in the game, number 38, T.J. Wilmore. Floyd takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to his running back, Coleman. Coleman makes a couple men miss. He gets to the 15-yard line. Got a lot of the penalty yardage back and the lost yardage. And nice run for 10 yards, 11 yards. Brings up third down and 20 for the Cyclones.
This is a big down for the Fort Mill defense, guys. If they force Chester to punt here, Fort Mill's going to get the football probably in decent field position with just about under 2 minutes left in the first half.
Cyclones now have six penalties for 45 yards in this one. Coleman has 9 rushes for 66 yards. Empty backfield set. Floyd takes a shotgun snap. He's getting pressure in the middle. He throws across his body. He's got a man, Coleman. 40-yard line. 45, 50. He's going to get to the 45-yard line. Big-time pickup for the Cyclones. That's a 40-yard pass and catch from Trooper Floyd to Elijah Coleman in the slots. First down, Cyclones.
That was a good throw. Give credit where it's due.
Elijah Coleman caught that football. They're going to give him to the 47-yard line. So instead of a 40-yard, it's a 37-yard pitch and catch. Trooper now has 60 yards passing. That's the 7th first down for the Cyclones here tonight. This time he hands it off to his running back, Witherspoon. Witherspoon gets through the hole and then makes a Fort Mill defender miss. He's going to get close to the 41-yard line where the Cyclones will put it in play. Second down and 3. He got 7 on the play.
It'd be nice if we could score before the half.
5th play of this drive, forthcoming, started on the Cyclone 25-yard line. Cyclones in a 2-minute warning. Takes a shotgun snap. Floyd rolls to his right. He's going to look down the field. He's got a man open again. That's Kyan Kennedy. That ball's going to be tipped up and then intercepted by number 16 for the Yellow Jackets. That's Gray Patterson. Gray Patterson intercepts the football, the sophomore. And he's going to take it over for the Cyclones at the 27-yard line.
We heard it on our headphones.
What's it?
Heard a phone.
Yeah.
But nobody, someone's got his phone.
I stole my phone off the table down there.
I heard one ringing up here, but I don't.
Ask Mark to make an announcement. I haven't been able to get it yet.
Yellow Jackets take it over.
Wow, that's a big turnover.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line. Takes it, throws across his body. The quarterback does. Running back and the receiver and the quarterback got miscommunication. Only person close to that was number 7 for the Cyclones, Adifa Taylor for the Cyclone defense. Ball falls incomplete. Second down and 10. Ball's on the, I said 33. It's actually on the 27-yard line.
Fort Mill's not playing conservative right now, boys.
1:05 in the second quarter. Fort Mill down 24-10. I was not prepared for this. I thought they were going to do a lot of ball control. I didn't prepare for them to throw it 13 times for 64 yards. Takes a shotgun, 104 yards. And quarterback throws it into the flats. Cool reception made by his receiver, number 3, out there. But he got out of bounds, but he only gained 2 on the play. .55 seconds. Fort Mill calls a timeout. 3rd down and 9 after a gain of 1 on the play. I tell you what, Kyan Kennedy was open there. Just a good play. It bounced up and a good reception, a good interception by the Fort Mill defender. Fort Mill quarterback Colin Martin is 9 of 13 for 104 yards based upon my unofficial count tonight.
Is anybody going to argue with your unofficial count?
I hope not.
And if they did, it doesn't really matter.
55 seconds left in the second. There it is.
There it is again.
Well, why are we hearing it?
I have no idea where that phone's coming from. Fort Mill quarterback's in a shotgun formation, takes the snap. Cyclones put some pressure on him, force him to his right. He's going to roll to his right. Radford gives chase. Martin tries to make Radford miss, and he gets tackled by the big defensive lineman inbounds at the 26-yard line. Is it mine? Wonder why it's going off.
Probably because somebody's calling him.
I'm sitting here worried about somebody's phone and it's mine. I don't know why it keeps going off. I don't know. Cyclones call timeout here. 4th down and long. Ball is at the 26-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. They've got it 24-10. 4th down and long. They're going to bring the punt team on. Coach Floyd called timeout to get a chance to get his guys down the field to make another play here.
Be nice to have a return, wouldn't it?
On the punt for Fort Mill's Jackson Smith, the senior. Deep to receive for the Cyclone, number 2, Reggie Heath. Fort Mill lost a yard on that play. On that drive. Smith stands at his own 10-yard line waiting on the snap. He got a good snap. He's going to step into it. It's a kick. It's going to be off the side of his foot. It's going to hit the ground and take a little bit of a Yellow Jacket roll, but go out of bounds at the 46-yard line of the Yellow Jackets, where the Cyclones will put it in play. 1st and 10 with 33 seconds to go in the 3rd.
And other scores, Panthers 10, Lions nothing.
Hey, that's 20-yard punt right there.
Panthers 10, Lions nothing.
That's
Last
what I thought
preseason
you
game.
said.
Yeah.
Cyclones take it over at the 46-yard line of the Yellow Jackets, moving right to left with 33 seconds left in this half. Floyd takes a shotgun snap, throws it across the middle. There's Kyan Kennedy. Kyan's driving forward. 25-yard line. He's going to drag down inside the 25-yard line to the 22.
You got 3 timeouts. I don't know if that's right or not, but
got an injured player by Fort Mill on the ground. We appreciate that in the sense of it stops the clock, but he's injured and they're calling for help from the sideline, so we hate to see that. 25 seconds, though. Cyclones strike fast with Kyan Kennedy catching the ball across the middle and then rumbling down inside the 25 to the 24. So a 22-yard catch and run for Kyan Kennedy sets the Cyclones up here inside Fort Mill territory, deep inside Fort Mill territory, with here close to the end of the first half. 5th completion for Trooper Floyd tonight, and that one goes to Kyan Kennedy. He's 5 of 10, and with 1 interception for a total of 82 yards, excuse me. Can you find it in your heart to forgive me, Jim?
I'm searching.
We'll hold it right here. This is a good opportunity here for the Cyclones, Jeff, putting a little points
absolutely.
on the board.
I mean, Cyclones are going to get the football to start the second half. Fortunately, they had a bad punt by Fort Mill, but you've got 25 seconds left. You've got 2 timeouts left. I mean, you've got 3 shots to the end zone. Easily got 3 shots to the end zone if you can, as long as you don't have to roll around and run from anybody.
Absolutely.
Lee Central 6, Great Falls nothing. Louisville's up 35-0.
Golly, bum.
3 receivers to the right side of the formation, 2 to the left. Trooper Floyd's in the shotgun formation. Waiting on the snap. Gets the snap. Looking downfield. Trying to find a man. He's got it, but he throws it back across the middle and trying to hit Kyan Kennedy. There's going to be a hold to add insult to injury on the Cyclones. Floyd was too late on that throw, and we're going to back him up 10 yards.
It was a really good route by Kyan. He just, to your point, Clint, he just was too late getting the ball to him. He's got to get rid of that ball as soon as he made that cut. But anyway.
First down and long for the Cyclones, 18 seconds. That play took a lot of time, Jim, and then didn't have much success. And then the hold on top of it, that was not what Coach Floyd had drawn up.
And we didn't have that much time to spare either. We had to make every second count here at the end of the second quarter.
2 receivers at either side of the formation. Floyd takes it. He's going to roll to his right, try to throw. He's going to throw the ball across his body, and it is caught. And his receiver, Reggie Heath, is going to catch it.
Incomplete. They're calling it incomplete.
Out of bounds. So it brings up 2nd down and long for the Cyclones here. Troopers still now 5 of 11 for 82 yards and 1 interception tonight. 3rd play of this drive forthcoming. 15 seconds left. Cyclones were in promising territory down inside the 25-yard line. Had a holding call and a long play that kind of put them in behind the sticks. Floyd waits on the shotgun snap, gets it. He's going to run the draw of the middle. That's Elijah Coleman. Elijah makes a couple men miss at 20-yard line, 24-yard line. Coach Floyd's calling timeout with 9 seconds left. Brings up 4th down and about 8 for the Cyclones here with 9 seconds. They got them down inside. I like that play call, Jeff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've had – that's the 3rd time we've run it in 2 weeks or in a game and a half, and we've had positive yards every time. You know, you got 3rd and 8. If you could get – you have to be quick.
It's 4th and 8.
Oh, excuse me, 4th and 8. You have to be quick, but if you could get someone to the first down marker and get them, get a completion, and you have 3 or 4 seconds left on the clock, then you got 1 shot to the end zone.
Absolutely. So 3rd down and 8, 3rd down and 7, long 7, short 8. 9 seconds left in the half. Cyclones at the 20-yard line of the Yellow Jackets trying to get some points on the board here at the end of the half. Can't kick it. We don't have a kicker.
No, we know that.
Jimbo, your phones are ringing.
Yes. Is that mine?
Yeah. All right, here we go. Trooper Floyd and his Chester offense on the field. Got 2 receivers to the right side. That's Reggie Heath and Kyan Kennedy. 2 to the left, Witherspoon and Amari Simpson. Trooper's going to roll to his right, throw down the field, try to throw downfield. Going to come back across his body, try to get the first down. He got it. He's inside the 10-yard line. Coach Floyd calls timeout with 1 second left. That's a good, smart play by Trooper getting down. So the ball's going to be spotted inside the 10-yard line at the 8 for the Cyclones, and they have a chance to put points on the board. Last play of the first half forthcoming. Cyclones up 24-10, looking to take the lead a little bit deeper into the halftime break over the Yellow Jackets. All in all, Cyclones up by 2 scores, but after the first quarter, Jeff, this game has been a different feel.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, I think Fort Mill's hung in there. They've had some opportunities. Cyclones have not been clean. I mean, a little bit like last week, unfortunately. Just not been very clean. But we're still trying to work things out, and I think this is a little bit better opponent, guys, than we had last week.
Oh, for sure. All right, we'll see what the Cyclones do. Trooper Floyd's going to be an empty backfield set.
Call the play, Jeff.
Call the play. I'm throwing it at number 5.
3 receivers to the right side of the formation, 2 to the left. Fort Mill's
I'm not sure, Clint, how I'm just not sure how the clock didn't run out at 9 seconds left on that last play. Still trying to figure that one out.
Fort Mill's going to call timeout. We'll hold it here. 1.3 seconds left. And during the halftime break, I've got an alarm that keeps going off. I have no idea. I have been through my entire phone. I can't find an alarm. I can't find a stopwatch. I can't find a timer. I can't find anything that is making it go off like this. And it's driving me bananas.
You ever seen the movie Poltergeist?
Yes.
Yeah, so maybe you got somebody in your phone.
Maybe, but I don't understand. I apologize. It was my phone the whole time that was going off. And
if it had been for you, we'd have never found it.
I thought, I'm not going to lie, I thought it was Jim's. I just thought, that's obvious.
He has trouble seeing, but he might have trouble hearing, too.
You were like, whose phone is that? And I almost went. I almost pointed over at Jim.
Aren't you glad you did?
Hey, watch your head. Don't hit that box over your head.
Aren't you glad you didn't throw me under the bus?
I am.
Jim,
Cyclones up 24-10. 1.3 seconds. Last play of the.
I'm finding number 5, guys.
Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap. He's going to roll to his left, try to throw back across his body. Fort Mill gives him pressure, and they're going to tackle him down for the sack. He lost 5 on the play. That's going to be the end of the first half. Cyclones don't get any points, but they're able to hold the ball at least to the end of the half, where they're up 24-10 at the halftime break. We'll take a break, and we'll be back. This is Cyclone Football, WRBK.
Hey, we come back.
Looking to upgrade your future? Discover York Technical College, where education meets opportunity. Get ready for success with York Tech's no-cost tuition program. That's right, tuition is on York Tech. Explore a diverse program, hands-on learning, and supportive community in the Tri-County area. Don't miss out. Visit yorktech.edu to learn more.
WRBK wants you to know Union ARP Church in Richburg is honoring Chester County's first responders with a barbecue lunch on Monday, 9/11 from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. There's a brief memorial service being held on the church steps at 12:30 to remember those who lost their lives in service during the 9/11 terrorist attacks and to give thanks for those who risk their lives each day in service to our community. A meal for first responders will be served from 11 until 1 at Union ARP Church in Richburg. Tonight's Cyclone football action made possible in part by True Vista Communications, Chester's provider for high-speed broadband, video, voice, wireless, security, and smart home solutions. They're available online at truevista.net or at a True Vista Customer Experience store located in Chester, Camden, Great Falls, and Winnsboro.
Made possible in part by Joe's Towing and Wrecker Service. Joe's Towing and Wrecker Service located at 2581 Lancaster Road in Chester. They offer local and long-distance towing, heavy-duty towing, and service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Joe's also does big truck repair, truck and tractor tire service. More information is available at 803-581-5720 or 803-385-8610. That's Joe's Towing and Wrecker Service.
All right, we're back here at Cyclone Stadium. We're honoring the 1963 state championship team, those who are here tonight, and then also the 2018 championship team here at the halftime break. So it's a good day for Cyclones. It's a good day to be a Cyclone, and we're glad to be here. And we thank you guys for being with us as we get started for our halftime here. Cyclones up 24-10 over the Yellow Jackets of Fort Mill at the halftime break, and they'll get the football to start in the second half. Let me give you some statistics as we get started. First of all, let me talk to you about the scoring. Cyclones got the scoring underway on a 14-yard run from Elijah Coleman with 10:30 to go in the first quarter. Cyclones, after the 2-point conversion from Witherspoon to Kyan Kennedy, went up 8-0, and then with 3:50 to go in the first quarter, Fort Mill got on the board with a 26-yard field goal from Jackson Smith, and that gave them a score of 8-3 at that point. Cyclones struck again at 10:24 to go in the second quarter with a 4-yard touchdown run by Elijah Coleman. The two-point conversion was good by Witherspoon over the right side. Cyclones up 16-3 at that point. And then the Cyclones scored again with 4:32 to go in the second quarter on an Elijah Coleman 3-yard touchdown run. Witherspoon's two-point conversion attempt was good. That gave the Cyclones a score at that time of 24-3. Fort Mill edged a little closer with 3:22 to go in the second quarter on a Kurtz catch from Martin, and the Smith kick was good, and at that point it was a 24-10 game, and that's where we are here at the halftime break. Let me give you statistics. First of all, for the visiting Fort Mill Yellow Jackets, 6 rushes for 6 yards, 4 first downs tonight. 9 of 13 passing, 1 interception for 104 yards. Total offense for the Yellow Jackets in the first half, 19 plays for 120 yards. 4 first downs, 5 penalties for 35 yards. They had 1 fumble they lost, and one interception was thrown by the quarterback, Colin Martin. For the Cyclones tonight on offense, they had 21 rushes for 86 yards so far in this football game. 32 plays, total offensive plays for 168 yards. 5 for 11 passing, 1 interception, and 82 yards for the Cyclones there. 8 first downs in the first half, but they had 7 penalties for 55 yards. They fumbled the ball 3 times, and they lost none of them, but did throw 1 interception. Trooper Floyd did, and that stalled out a promising drive for the Cyclones and kept more points off the board. So all in all, Cyclones have played pretty sloppy in the first half. They're up 24-10. They've been successful over Fort Mill. Hopefully Coach Floyd will get them fired up here at the second half, and they'll come out here and get the football to start the third quarter, and then they'll fire away and get some more points on the board, but we'll see. With that said, we'll take another break. Cyclones up 24-10 over the Yellow Jackets from Fort Mill. I'll be back, or Jeff will be back to take us on through the halftime break.
Tonight's broadcast of Cyclone football made possible in part by Chester County Natural Gas Authority.
We're going to have a
As
conversation.
Chester County Natural Gas celebrates 60 years of service
I
to the
interviewed
customers. They remind
His first
you
year he
natural
got the,
gas is the
when he
most
got the
efficient
baseball
and
job.
effective way to heat your water, heat your home, dry your clothes, and to cook your meals.
Well, it's a sloppy game,
Contact
man.
Chester County Natural
Chester put
Gas
the ball, they put
Authority
the ball on the ground
Monday
4 times
to
last
begin
week,
enjoying
and
the
all of them
comfort and
bounced our way.
affordability of clean burning and efficient natural gas.
This Cyclone football game is made possible in
Here's
part
the
by
other thing.
Quacked Glass, your mobile auto glass replacement service. Quack Glass will come to you and solve your glass auto needs. Quack Glass is American-owned and Carolina-grown. They're serving both North and South Carolina, and now with offices at Carowinds and 2708 Flat Creek Road, Lancaster. 866-787-8225 or online at quackglass.com.
You can trust
You can
the
trust
duck.
the duck.
Founders Federal Credit Union proudly sponsors Cyclone Athletics.
You know, I've been
Looking
listening
for a
to
home
y'all
field
Yeah,
advantage?
yeah.
A
Watch your
mortgage
head, that
loan
thing
from
right there,
Founders
too.
Federal Credit Union can help with mortgage programs designed to fit your financial needs with member service. FoundersFCU.com to apply for a mortgage loan from Founders. Relax, go Cyclones. Membership qualification required. Terms and conditions apply. Founders Federal Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
For over 77 years, Fairfield Electric Cooperative has delivered electric energy to our consumer owners. As a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we are part of a nationwide community of local, not-for-profit cooperatives committed to enhancing our customers' lives and livelihoods by providing reliable power, high-quality customer-focused service, and valuable products and services. We're Fairfield Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy partner. Proud to be a part of tonight's Cyclone football coverage on WRBK.
All right, we're back here in Chester High School. Cyclones on top of Fort Mill Yellow Jackets by a score of 24-10. It's halftime right now. They just honored the 1963 state championship team, and now they're honoring the 2018 state championship team, which was special to Clint, myself, and Jim as we were able to broadcast that game and call that game in Williams-Brice Stadium in 2018. I got a great guest with me today. He probably doesn't know this. Maybe he remembers. Maybe the first person I met in Chester County.
I do. We ain't going to tell how we
We're
met.
not going to tell, but it's probably the first person I met. So I had the pleasure to have with me as a guest tonight longtime Chester County educator, teacher, coach, athletic director, spent time here at Chester, but most people are going to recognize him from Louisville High School for the last, I don't know how many years, but I have what most of your players, I guess, would call you Coach P. I call you Rusty, but some people may call you Mr. Pemberton. But I got Rusty Pemberton with me, and Rusty is retired.
Yes, sir. Retired.
Do you,
I love it, baby. I'll tell you, I don't miss it at all. When people told me a few years ago that you'll know when you are supposed to retire, I knew going into last year that I needed to retire. I was finished. I was done.
Yeah.
So I've had a good 19 years here at Chester High School and 20 years at Louisville.
That's fantastic, man. You just don't see that in today's world. People just don't stay in the same area or much longer. But for almost 40 years, that's congratulations to you. And I know that I see you about every Saturday morning, most Saturday mornings playing golf. We're usually out of the golf course at some point in time. But what's it like now not having responsibilities on a Friday night? Now you still obviously, you had other responsibilities during the week, but on a Friday night you had a lot of responsibilities.
Yeah, this is the first time in a long time that I've been able to come to a game and just sit and watch. It's really enjoyable because I can only imagine what Ricky Campbell's going through, honoring these state championship teams and trying to put together everything that's going on through a Friday night. And sometimes you miss a lot of the game. And I've been able to enjoy it. And Jeff, I started at Chester. And I finished my career in teaching and coaching at Louisville, but I'm back here, and I'm back here really to help and watch my son coach baseball.
Yeah, well, your son's special to me, as you know. And we've grown up together. Our kids grew up together, and I had a chance. We were talking before we came on air. I had a chance to interview Logan 2 years ago in his first year of coaching baseball. Real proud of him and the job he's doing, and I know you are too. And that leads me to this. Logan's really he's been an assistant coach, but now you got head coach responsibilities. What kind of advice you've been the head coach for a lot of different teams. What kind of advice do you give Logan as a coach? Not necessarily specific to the sport of baseball, but just as a coach.
Yeah, right. Well, that's a good question because I don't really try to give advice. I like for him to do his own thing. We did things different maybe than what he would want to do and how it works here at Chester than at Louisville. But now he'll call and he'll run some things by me, and basically I listen. I tell him, maybe here's the positives, here's the negatives. Now you decide, do the positives outweigh the negatives, and then go with it because you're the man. Bottom line, you're the man.
Yeah, you got to make the decisions, and sometimes they're not easy decisions. I never was the head coach here at Chester, but I coached baseball here for many years, and coached against Louisville, coached Coach Keels and I one time coached American Legion together back in many in the day. So, but kids, people want to say today's different than it was 30 years ago, and maybe there's more things for kids to do and get into. There's video games and all that, but kids are kids,
right?
And you still have to give them direction. You have to give them structure. And I think Logan's doing a really, really good job. And it takes time to build a program and build a culture when you kind of come into a situation that maybe didn't have that kind of structure. So, and I've had those conversations with Logan before. So,
right. Now, he's been around some good coaches. You included, you talking about Logan and Austin way back in the day of the Mudcats, So he's had a good coach with you. And then, of course, Billy Keels and then all the Diamond Devil coaches he's had. Yeah. And then, you're talking about Tim Wallace at Spartanburg Methodist, Kermit Smith at Lander. So he's had some good coaches, so he knows.
Steve Williams, who's now at University of South Carolina, the pitching coach of South Carolina. Fantastic absolutely. Hire by South Carolina. Steve is great, and his dad, as you know, is a great guy, too.
Oh, yes.
Long-time educator.
Wiggles.
Let's do this. Let's take a break. We'll come back, and we'll finish up with Rusty. You're listening to Cyclone Football on WRBK. Cyclones on top of Fort Mill by a score of 24-10.
Barron Funeral Home at 133 Wiley Street in Chester, and Dancer Baker Funeral Home located at 2600 Wood Avenue.
Hey, Bill, that was a nice tackle you had on the sideline.
You tonight's broadcast. That's what he said.
You know from experience.
It was the Cyclones' great success this season. The staff of Barron Funeral Home and Dancer Baker Funeral Home continue to serve the people of Chester County with courtesy and dignity.
This broadcast of Chester Cyclone football is made possible by Polk Bell Bonds, serving Chester County for over 30 years. Polk Bail Bonds executes surety bonds in all state or federal courts and can provide GPS, electronic, or alcohol monitoring. Ned Polk is available anytime at 581-POLK, 482-POLK, 789-POLK, and 872-2222. Polk Bail Bonds.
Made possible in part by Joe's Towing and Wrecker Service. Joe's Towing and Wrecker Service located at 2581 Lancaster Road in Chester. They offer local and long-distance towing, heavy-duty towing, and service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Joe's also does big truck repair, truck and tractor tire service. More information is available at 803-581-5720 or 803-385-8610. That's Joe's Towing and Wrecker Service.
Tonight's Cyclone football action made possible in part by True Vista Communications, Chester's provider for high-speed broadband, video, voice, wireless, security, and smart home solutions. They're available online at truevista.net or at a True Vista customer experience store located in Chester, Camden, Great Falls, and Winnsboro. You're listening to Cyclone Football on WRBK Richburg, WNBK Whitmire, WEBK Society Hill, WUBK Inner-Ray.
All right, we're back here in Chester. Cyclones at halftime on top of Fort Mill, 24-10. Had the pleasure and still have the pleasure of talking to retired Chester County educator, coach, athletic director, and friend, Rusty Pemberton. Rusty, it's been great to talk to you tonight. What you going to do in retirement, man?
Well, babysit that grandbaby, play some golf, and then really I'd like to be kind of behind the scenes with helping Logan, helping him with some stuff like trying to start a dugout club for the first time, which we're working on that. I'm talking to a couple of parents and a couple of people that's helped with baseball around the Chester community and try and work on that. So, Jeff, I'll be in touch with you about donating some money. You had your boy come through there,
I'm big fan. I support Chester Athletics, but specifically I support Chester baseball, and obviously we'll do anything can to help Logan, and if I can help in that situation, by all means, let me know. But, you got a grandbaby.
Yep.
We both do now, so you get to see yours a little bit more often than I get to see ours. But
as a matter of fact, I just came from all day with the grandson, had a great time. I tell you, makes me young. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I limp around, and it ain't because I'm 62. It's because I'm trying to keep with that 2-year-old.
Yeah. Well, how's the golf game, man?
Well, I haven't played golf in a while.
I know.
Babysitting and just trying to get my health right. Just making sure everything's all right, getting all those checkups. But I'll be back out there, working on that handicap. I'm down to about a 7 right now. So
I know.
I'm going to get it down there a little further than that. And then, but you come out there a good bit on Saturday.
Yeah, I'll be out there tomorrow. I was out there today. Austin and I went and played a little bit this morning, but went down there, played at 8 o'clock and was done at 11:10.
Dang, that's nice.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Tomorrow, we don't have to talk Gene Cudd moving those tee times up on Saturday mornings.
Oh, man. So let's do this. Well, I think we got I'll give you a couple of score updates. This will make Rusty happy. I think Louisville was on top of
Buford.
It's 49-0. They started the running clock with 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. I said before game, Rusty, that Louisville would put up 50, and they have not let me down. Some other scores in and around. Scores of interest. Clinton on top of Lawrence. Clinton being in our region. Clinton on top of Lawrence by a score of 7-0. Gaffney and Union's really struggled, Rusty. They just not Union of what we're used to
way
seeing.
Back in the day.
But they are struggling right now and they're down to Gaffney, which is but Gaffney came in at 0-1 by a score of 14-0. Woodruff is also in our region. They're over top Fountain Inn, 23-0. Saw a score here just a second ago. York and Nation Ford. I picked Nation Ford on the pregame. They're tied at 7-all. South Point was all over Rock Hill earlier by a score of 14-0. Don't have an update on that one. Let's see. Oh goodness. Fairfield Central is playing. Oh, Lancaster team we played last week down to Irmo 21-6. Clinton, not sure who HHHS is, but that's Claxton. Excuse me, that's not Clinton. I need to get stronger reading glasses. Let's see here.
HHH would be Hilton Head High School.
Yeah, I guess it would be. Let's see. Dillon's recognizing the 2018 state championship team tonight. Clinton Dillon was a team we beat, and they're on top of Lamar, which Lamar is traditionally a 1A power by a score of 17-0. Let's see here, and I think that's Burns on top of Chapman, 14-0.
Did you see Gaffney putting it on Union?
Yeah, I saw that. South Point on top of Rock Hill, 21-0, and we got South Point coming. We play South Point later on sometime in the year. Northwestern on top of Clover by a score of 28-6 in the second quarter. Well, Rusty, it's been a pleasure, man. Come back and see us.
I'll tell you what, I'll be back here. Fairfield game. Logan'sville recruited me. I think the baseball team's got to work the concession stand, but I'm going to sneak out of there. I heard that quarterback from Fairfield pretty good.
Let me tell you something. You need to see the kid play.
Yes.
He's legit.
Yes.
He's legit. And I would argue he was the best quarterback we saw last year as a ninth grader.
Right.
So,
right.
Anyway, but, man, it's great to see you. Great to have you. Thanks for coming. The clock's winding down. Jack's playing with a clock, but we're probably getting ready to – we're going to get that complimentary 2 or 3 minute addition time. But, again, thanks for Coach Pemberton for stopping by. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Clint will take us to the second half, and the Cyclones on top of Fort Mill by a score of 24-10.
Tonight's broadcast made possible by Hillside Restaurant and Bar at 129 Gadsden Street in downtown Chester. Hillside Restaurant and Bar offers specialty coffees and desserts in their cafe, brick oven-baked pizzas, salads, and sandwiches. Their speakeasy-style bar has adult libations. Hillside has an event room for special occasions. The cafe open Thursday through Saturday at 7 a.m. Hillside Restaurant and Bar open from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. Online at hillsideeats.com with a Z and on Facebook and Instagram.
Looking to upgrade your future? Discover York Technical College, where education meets opportunity. Get ready for success with York Tech's no-cost tuition program. That's right, tuition is on York Tech. Explore a diverse program, hands-on learning, and supportive community in the Tri-County area. Don't miss out. Visit yorktech.edu to learn more.
Tonight's Cyclone football made possible by Burns Chevrolet Cadillac in Rock Hill. Serving the area since 1923 and located off I-77, exit 82B in Rock Hill. Burns has new Chevrolet and Cadillacs along with a selection of pre-owned vehicles, including buy here, pay here. Burns Chevrolet Cadillac, 800-681-7198 or online at BurnsChevrolet.com. Your right choice.
Tonight's Chester Cyclone football game is made possible in part by First Citizens Bank. At First Citizens, we believe that banking is all about the people we serve, and we work hard every day to make sure our customers know how we feel. First Citizens Bank with offices in Richburg and Chester. That's First Citizen Bank, forever first.
All right, we're back here at Chester High School Stadium. Teams coming on the field. They've done their warm-ups, getting ready to start this second half. The Yellow Jackets be kicking off to the Cyclones. Number 14, Jackson Smith, the senior wide receiver, defensive back, also kicker, will be kicking off for the Yellow Jackets. Cyclones will be deep to receive it. Antonio Hopkins will be back there along with Reggie Heath and number 3, Demias Witherspoon for the Cyclones. And that's what we'll be when we get this thing underway. Cyclones up 24-10, 25 seconds running off the clock before we kick this thing off. And as we get going here in the second half, we'll see what Coach Floyd's able to do. Couldn't be happy with the way the Cyclones ended the first half. They were up 24-3, and but offensively had some stalled drives, and were only able to amass 168 yards on 22 plays and during the first half. And so 32 plays during the first half. They were able to hold Fort Mill to only 19 plays and 120 yards, but that's kind of what we expected out of the Cyclone defense. Offense just hasn't been able to click and move the ball down the field, so we'll see what Coach Floyd has drawn up during the halftime break. See how motivated the guys are. Last week came out up 34-0. Really couldn't tell what they had as they came out a little bit cocky, a little bit above, fired up and ready to go. And so, Lancaster came out and played with some heart. So we'll see what the Cyclones are able to do here. It's their turn to turn it around as Fort Mill gets ready to kick them off. Jimbo?
I'm sure that Coach Floyd had some words of wisdom at halftime, and some of the plays looked very, very sloppy, and then there was some that looked sharp. But in my opinion, there were more sloppy plays than good plays. So I am sure that Coach Floyd addressed those, and we'll see a different team in the second half, or I hope so.
Deep to receive the kick. Antonio Hopkins came on the field for the Cyclones. He has now come off, and Amari Simpson, sophomore, has come on to be the deep man, along with Reggie Heath and Demias Witherspoon, who also is a sophomore. Here's the run-up and the kick. It's a high end-over-end kick. It's going to go behind Witherspoon's head. It's going to hit, and it's going to be Cyclones have to chase it down. Fort Mill's going to pick this. It's a live football. The Cyclones didn't jump on the ball. Fort Mills recovers it at the 3-yard line. They'll put it in play 1st and 10 at the Cyclone 3.
Wow.
Ball hit at the 5-yard line, and Witherspoon let it go over his head. And the first half, at the end of the first half, Jeff, he had one. He caught at the 1 and returned it to the 10. I'm sure he was told, let it go over your head. He let it go over his head that time. He thought he was farther into the playing field than he was, and the ball stops at the 3. Cyclones went to get it and then left it alone like it was a punt.
That's just like giving. I mean, that's just like giving them the ball to start the game and start the second half because of that right there.
That's exactly right.
Fort Mill takes it over 1st and 10 at the Cyclone 4-yard line with 11:58 to go in the third quarter. Coach Caldwell having a conversation with Darian Baxley, who came off the field. Now he's getting back on the field. Coaching staff for Cyclones not happy right now with how the first possession of the second half has started. Fort Mill, if you're just tuning in, is down 24-10, but they got a grand opportunity to get some points on the board. Quarterback number 15 in the game, Colin Martin, waiting on the snap. He gets the snap, hands it off to his dive man up the middle. Cyclone defensive line stop him right as he gets into the hole, but he falls forward for a gain of 1, brings up 2nd down and goal from the 3 for the Yellow Jackets.
This could be a game changer right here, guys, if they were able to put the ball and get in with the score, because Fort Mill's shown they can move the football a little bit.
Ball's on the Cyclone 3-yard line. Shotgun formation. Running back to the left. Now sends him in motion from left to right. Takes a shotgun snap. Quarterback does. He hands it off to his running back. His running back's going to get caught in the backfield, and he's going to be tackled for a big-time loss for the Cyclone defense. He lost 6 on the play. There's a flag. I believe there's a shift problem for Fort Mill pre-snap, but the Cyclones will probably decline that. It looks like there's also a hold right in the interior of the offensive line, Jim.
I think that's what it is. There you go.
That's what happens when you try to get cute. We've talked about this earlier. Fort Mill's they can't run lateral with Chester. They just can't do it.
Illegal shift. Both the umpire and the referee called that illegal shift on Fort Mill. So they lost 6 on the play. Brings up 3rd down and goal from the 11. And that was not a good play call there for Coach McNeely's football team.
Everybody checking the wristbands.
I thought they were seeing what time it was.
3 receivers to the left side, a tight slot, really kind of a wing back on the left side. That's Smith. Quarterback in the backfield in a shotgun, running back beside him and waiting on the snap. Gets the snap. He's going to throw across his body. That ball's going to be intercepted. DJ Stevenson, 5-yard line, 10-yard line, 15-yard line, 20-yard line, 22-yard line. Cyclone defense comes up big.
What'd you say?
I thought there was going to be an opportunity for that at some point in time today, and it happened there.
Cyclone defense comes up big where the special teams made a goof. Defense picked it up. DJ Stevenson with the interception at the 3-yard line, returned it out to the 23. So a 20-yard return from DJ Stevenson and sets the Cyclones up here for the second interception of the football game.
Yeah, that's going to come back to haunt Fort Mill before the night's over with.
Cyclones take it over on their own 22-yard line with 10:47 to go in the third, up 24-7. Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Elijah Caldwell. He rolls his way over the 25-yard line. He gained about 3 on the play, brings up 2nd down and 9 for the Cyclones. He's got 11 carries for 76 yards. Cyclones had a lineman who kind of rolled around there. Coach Keith Boyd working with the offensive line, and Coach
don't have him on the roster. 70, I think it's 76.
Keith Boyd working with the offensive lineman now that Coach Chris Dodson has a head coach job down at Ware Shoals. Trooper Floyd waiting on the shotgun snap. The Yellow Jackets bringing pressure. Trooper's going to get it and go down. It's been around in the backfield, but he lost about 5 on the play. Brings up 2nd down and long for the Cyclones.
That's actually 63. Jeremiah Gladden, freshman offensive lineman, still limping out there.
So he lost 5 on the play. Brings up 3rd down and long for the Cyclones here.
Offensive lines had their problems tonight, Clint.
So offensive line has certainly had its problems. Jeremiah Gladden kind of hobbled himself off here. Fort Mill is in a 3-3-5 defense, pretty aggressive, bringing a lot of pressure, and the linemen are just a little confused right now up front. C.J. McCree in for the Cyclones. Trevonte Weldon moves into the guard position on the right side. Floyd takes a shotgun snap. He's going to roll to his right. He's got a man open. He throws it across his body. That ball pops up where it hits the receiver in the hands, pops up, falls incomplete. Cyclones will have to punt.
Boy, this is a sloppy start for both teams to start the second half. And a little bit of reminiscence of last week, Clint. You know, Cyclones came out. And of course, Lancaster had kept the ball, and then we got the ball and carried it all the way into the 4th quarter, so it wasn't necessarily a sloppy second half, but Cyclones just look a little out of whack. Since the 1st quarter.
Yeah, Cyclones are, when they're not able to take advantage of short fields and not being opportunistic, they're having a hard time with any kind of sustained drive right now. Trooper Floyd on the punt for the Cyclones. Deep to receive it is number 1, Kurtz for Fort Mill. It's a high snap, but he got a good punt off. It's going to hit about the 40-yard line, take a Cyclone roll. And it's going to roll across midfield inside Yellow Jacket territory to the 49, where the Yellow Jackets are put it in play. 1st and 10. Trooper Floyd had a 31-yard punt. Fort Mill puts it in play at their own 49-yard line with 9:05 to go in the 3rd. Down 24-10, had a grand opportunity, but that first drive of the 3rd quarter ended when Colin Martin threw his 2nd interception of the night to DJ Stevenson. Now Martin's in the shotgun formation, sends a man in motion from left to right, hands it off. He fakes the handoff. Cyclone's going to chase him down. Antonio Hopkins makes the stop in the backfield, but he took him down by his face mask. Going to be a 15-yard penalty on T-Hop. And so Fort Mill, instead of being 2nd down and 14, going to be 1st down and 10. Ball's going to be inside Cyclone territory, right about the 39-yard line, I would think. Maybe 40.
A little bit. He got a bunch of it.
Five-yard face mask. Ooh, that's shocking. From the original spot. Wait a minute. I thought 5 yards from the end of the run, Jumbo.
That's what I thought.
Why did he mark off 10? The end of the run was the 45.
It's changed.
All right, 10-yard penalty from the end of the spot. All right, quarterback's in the shotgun, running back to his right, waiting on the shotgun snap. Cyclone's going to wing pressure this time. They're going to get there. They hit him as he throws it. He throws it up deep, and it's going to go. Receivers are going to go up to get it. Good coverage out there by Demias Witherspoon and Reggie Heath there from his free safety position. Martin's pass was intended for the wide receiver on the left side, and I believe that is number 1. Landon Kurtz. No, excuse me, that's number 2, Jalen Chambers. 3rd down and 5. Ball's at the Cyclone 46-yard line. Fort Mill, 3rd down, going to run the option to the right side. Cyclone's going to hit the running back in the backfield. They still try to get outside, and Cyclones are there. Antonio Hopkins there to make the stop along with Darian Baxley. And that's a loss of no gain on the play, And it's going to bring up 3rd down and long. Fort Mill's going to keep the offense on the field.
Boy, our pursuit was very good on that play. They never stopped coming.
Well, I think Jeff's right. They can't run laterally on the Cyclones. We have an injured player on the field. We'll take a timeout. 8:11 to go in the third. Cyclones up 24-10.
Yeah, I just don't know why they are continuing to run that.
Tyson Helms is the injured player. The senior running back. Looks like he's cramping.
You know, surprisingly, we haven't seen many cramps tonight, you know?
Yeah, I'm surprised by that, too. But remember, this is the team that cramped on us all last year? We had the Lightning game, and it was after midnight. You remember that? It was like 12:05.
That's when they had the lightning delay.
They had the lightning delay for an hour and a half, and then we had cramps. And the Cyclones had it won, but we kept cramping up at the end of the game.
I remember that very well.
Third down and 5 for the Yellow Jackets. We get back to play here. 24-10 Cyclones over the Yellow Jackets. Cramp is number 3, Tyson Helms for the Yellow Jackets as he makes his way off the field. Coach Caldwell having a word of prayer with his defense, trying to get them fired up and ready to go. Fourth down. It should be, was it third down and 5? I thought it was fourth down and 5. Third down and 5 here for the Yellow Jackets. Now, I have 4 on my sheet.
I'm just going by Trey.
Well, I am too, but I have 4 on my sheet. Maybe I messed up. I must have. The cheerleaders are wearing their Hawaiian gear. A lot of the students here in their Hawaiian gear. Stormy sent out a special message to the student body. He would like to see them in their Hawaiian gear. But I haven't seen Stormy since his initial appearance. Anybody have any thoughts on where Stormy might be?
I've seen him. He's been down there with the cheerleaders.
Oh, that's where he is.
Oh, I haven't seen Stormy. He's been down there?
I haven't seen Stormy. I've seen...
You've seen the artist formerly known as Stormy?
Formerly known as Stormy, yeah, that's it.
Third down and 5, 8:07 here. Colin Martin in the backfield. 2 receivers to the left side. Cyclones get pressure across the middle. He's got his receiver. It's going to be tackled by DJ Stevenson. Not before he gets a first down. He needed to get 5 on the play. He got 12. That's enough for a first down.
Number 8, Tanner Mays, for Fort Mill. He's really made some nice catches today. He's picked up some. I believe he had the touchdown earlier, but he's a problem.
He gets open.
He does. He finds ways to get open. He sure does.
Ball's on the 35-yard line. Takes a shotgun snap. It's on the ground. He picks it up. He's going to be forced to run himself. Cyclone's going to collapse the pocket on him, and he's going to lose a yard on the play. Brings up second down and 10. Wisely tucked it away. Martin's thrown for 116 yards based off my count. Second down and 11 for the Yellow Jackets here. Down 24-10, 7 minutes to go in the third. Cyclones playing a little bit uninspired here in the third quarter. We'll see what they can do. Defense has played strong, but offense has played, special teams, a little bit uninspired at the moment. We'll wait to see what Fort Mill does here. Sends a man in motion. That's Smith. Takes a shotgun snap. Going to roll to his left. Try to throw back across his body. Got a man open. And he catches the football on an out route over near the sideline. Gained 10. He had to get 11. So he's just shy of the first down. But good play out there by number 15's pass was caught by number 5.
He was wide open.
All right, third down and 1 here for the Yellow Jackets on the 6th play of this drive. Started their own 49-yard line after a Cyclone punt. Martin in the shotgun, man in motion. He hands it off on a jet sweep action. He gets upfield. He gets the first down, but not much more. Tackled by Darian Baxley for the Cyclones, as well as number 16, Antonio Hopkins. But he gained 4 on the play, brings up a first down for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, can keep Fort Mill keep the chains moving, and they're moving the football. They have moved the football at a decent pace tonight. Looks like they're going to take a water break.
take a water break with 6 minutes to go in the third. We'll take it with them. This Cyclone football on WRBK.
Tonight's broadcast of Cyclone football made possible in part by Chester County Natural Gas Authority. As Chester County Natural Gas celebrates 60 years of service to their customers, they remind you natural gas is the most efficient and effective way to heat your water, heat your home, dry your clothes, and to cook your meals. Contact Chester County Natural Gas Authority Monday to begin enjoying the comfort and affordability of clean burning and efficient natural gas.
For over 77 years, Fairfield Electric Cooperative has delivered electric energy to our consumer owners. As a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we are part of a nationwide community of local, not-for-profit cooperatives committed to enhancing our customers' lives and livelihoods by providing reliable power, high-quality customer-focused service, and valuable products and services. We're Fairfield Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy partner, proud to be a part of tonight's Cyclone football coverage on WRBK.
All right, we're back here at Cyclone Stadium. 6 minutes and 7 seconds to go in the third. Fort Mill's got it 1st and 10 inside Cyclone territory at the 22-yard line. 2 receivers to the left side of the formation. Cyclones locked up zero coverage on that side with a safety over top. Martin brings his wing back around, then he stops and sends it back in place, trying a little hard count to draw the Cyclones off sides. Not successful. Coach Caldwell calling out from the sideline to get his defensive backs to move. Martin takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to his running back up the middle, and the football's on the ground, but Fort Mill recovers it. That's the 4th fumble of the night for Fort Mill. They have lost, second fumble of the night. They lost 1. So that brings up 2nd down and long. Dial was in the middle, got hit by the Cyclones. Ball squirted out behind him, and his offensive lineman fell on it. 2nd down and 12 for the Yellow Jackets. 2 receivers to the left side of the formation, tight end, wing back on the right side. Quarterback in the shotgun, running back with him. Sends a man in motion right to left. He's going to throw the ball down the field, and his ball is going to fall incomplete. Good coverage out there by DJ Stevenson for the Cyclones, Jimbo.
Yes, sir, Sure. That wasn't even, well, it could have been marginal pass interference. But it wasn't, and we live another day.
Ball was intended for number 8, Taylor Mays. I think it was thrown 4. I think it was incidental contact. Both were looking back. The ball was thrown about 15 yards in front of him after he went down.
That guy, he's had an all-star game tonight.
He's had a good game, hasn't he?
He sure has.
Got a wing back on the right side of the formation. 5:21 to go in the third. Cyclones up 24-10. Waiting on the snap. Now the Cyclone's going to give some pressure. Quarterback's going to roll to his right. Cyclone's going to hit him. He throws it deep. It's going to be intercepted. It's going to be interference on Reggie Heath, but I don't know how that's interference because the Cyclone guy made an attempt to catch the football. The back judge threw the flag. That's going to be the 2nd pass interference on the Cyclones in the end zone in tonight's ball game.
I don't agree with that one.
I think that's a bad call there, Jimbo.
I do too.
He threw the ball up into double coverage. Cyclones went to get it. Reggie Heath went up, and they're going to say he got there too soon and took the receiver out. But Witherspoon was the only guy that had a chance to catch that ball, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm with you guys there. But again, we don't get to voice our opinion. Well, we get to voice our opinion, but we don't make the official call. So now the Cyclones are going to have. There's going to be
it's an 11-yard penalty because it's half the distance to the goal.
I would have thought it would have been, if the play was in the end zone, should still be an automatic first down.
Yeah, I think pass interference is automatic first down, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, it is.
All right, so it is at the 13 balls at the Cyclone 11-yard line, 12-yard line. Fort Mill moving left to right. Quarterback takes a snap, hands it off to his running back. Oh, he holds on to it. He's going to run the option to the right side. Cyclones give chase, and they're going to tackle the running back at the 10-yard line, but he gains 3. Brings up 2nd down and 7 for the Yellow Jackets on the option play.
Again, that was our pursuit from the backside.
Yeah, that's just not. We might not be doing a lot of things really well, but you're not going to outrun us.
No, this is not. Coach Floyd cannot be happy about how this team's playing right now. after the first half of Lancaster, and then they played the first quarter tonight, but they hadn't really played but 3 quarters of this season so far, played hard. Defense has played hard. Offense has not been very successful. Throws it in the middle of the end zone. Touchdown. That's Jackson Smith. Quarterback takes it, fires it over the right side. Smith gets lost in the backfield. The defensive backfield catches the ball in the corner of the end zone. Touchdown. Yellow Jackets 24-16 with 4:28 to go in the third quarter.
We got a football game, man.
Yes, sir.
You're talking one score here, and the offense has just not looked very well. I mean,
pass caught by Jackson Smith in the corner, who's now on to try the extra point. Got a good snap, holds down, kicks up, and it is good. So it is 24-17, 4:28 to go in the third. We'll take a break, and we'll be back. This Cyclone Football, WRBK.
Tonight's Cyclone football coverage on WRBK made possible in part by Dr. Sam Stone and his staff at Lowry's Family Medicine in Chester. Lowry's Family Medicine provides health care from birth to the golden ages and is located at 517 Doctors Court off of Wilson Street Extension. Dr. Sam Stone and his staff are proud supporters of the Chester Cyclones.
Tonight's Chester Cyclone football game is made possible in part by Hamilton, Delaney, Greer, and Cotton, attorneys at law providing legal services since 1907. Attorneys Milton Hamilton, Greg Delaney, Brian Greer, and Nick Cotton have a general practice of law with offices in Chester and Rock Hill. Hamilton, Delaney, Greer, and Cotton support all the schools in Chester County.
All right, we're back here at Cyclone Stadium. Cyclones up 24-17 at one point in the second quarter. Cyclones had a 24-3 lead. Fort Mill has scored 14 unanswered, and the Cyclones now are just ahead by 7 points, 24-17. Deep to receive the kick for the Cyclones is number 3, Demias Witherspoon, and number 1, Omari Simpson. Reggie Heath's back there, as well as number 20, Elijah Coleman. And we'll see what the Cyclones are able to do right here. They've been struggling here offensively really since the first quarter. Second quarter wasn't very successful offensively either. They had some short fields and took advantage of those. Smith has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. He'll be kicking left to right. Fort Mill is wearing blue pants, white jerseys, and yellow helmets. Here's the run-up and the kick. It's going to be a high end-over-end kicked by the right-footed kicker. This ball is going to go out of bounds. It's going to be a procedure penalty. The Cyclones will take it on the 35-yard line. I can't imagine Coach Floyd saying kick it again. No, the struggle he's had with kick return right now. Kick it on the 35-yard line and put it in play. I wouldn't ever make anybody kick again unless I just felt like I had a chance to return one. I don't know why people do it.
Not if you get it on the 35.
Yeah, I mean, come on. That's too many variables.
You still fumble the football. You can just sit there and watch it.
That's too many variables. All right, Trooper Floyd's in the shotgun. Coleman to his right. Takes a shotgun snap. Going to hand it off to Coleman up the middle. Coleman makes a couple men miss in the backfield. He's over the 40-yard line. He's still driving the pile to the 42-yard line where he'll be spotted 2nd down and 3 after a gain of 7.
I think you're going to go back to your roots here, boys. I think we're going to just see Cyclones just run the football.
Yeah, I think so. Kyan Kennedy in at the H-back position. And Coach Floyd tried to see what he had. I think now he wants to just see if we can ground and pound here. Coach Keith Boyd, they're stalking the sidelines, getting after his offensive line, see what they can do. 3:58 to go in the third. Cyclones up 24-17. Floyd takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Coleman up the middle. Coleman's got a crease. He's at the 45-yard line. He's going to drive hard to the 49. He picked up 6 on the play. They're going to give him 5, so that brings up 1st and 10 for the Cyclones. They're first in the second half. Third play of this drive started their own 35-yard line after Fort Mill kicked it into the end zone. Cyclones have sputtered a tad here at the beginning of the third quarter, Jumbo.
No, I think it's more like misfiring as opposed to sputtering.
True. Kyan Kennedy, the H-back position, right behind the right tackle. Takes the handoff. Trooper does. Fakes it to his running back. He tries to stick his nose up into the hole. He gets hit hard. Ball's on the ground. They're going to call him down as forward progress, and they marked him down, and that's going to bring some boos from the Fort Mill fans because that's the third time tonight a Cyclone offensive back has fumbled and been ruled down. I believe that was the right call, Jim. I'm just saying if I was on the other side, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I agree. It was the right call. He was down when it squirted out.
His forward progress was stopped. Fort Mill's in a 3-3-5 defense. They're daring the Cyclones to run the football at them. They're not really having to bring anybody forward. Now, there comes some pressure. Hands it off to Witherspoon. Takes a quarterback run. He's going to get over the 45-yard line to the 40. He had to get 9 on the play. He got 12. That's enough for a Cyclone first down.
Got a cramp.
27 yards now for Demias Witherspoon on 4 rushes. Brings up the 5th play of this drive. Cyclones started with 4:28 to go in the third. It is now 2:28, so 2 minutes off the clock. Witherspoon comes off the field with a cramp. Now Trooper Floyd back on the the junior signal caller. Kine Kennedy in at a tight split on the right side, kind of a tight end position. Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap, and he fakes the handoff. Oh, no, that's a direct snap to Antonio Hopkins. Hopkins gets over the 40-yard line to the 38-yard line. Ball comes out again. Oh, no, helmet comes off this time. Fort Mill dives down to get it, but Hopkins' helmet came off. He'll come off the field, and it brings up 2nd down and 8 for the Cyclones. Third rush tonight for Antonio Hopkins, 9 yards so far. Now Floyd, the junior signal caller, is back in the game. 1:42 to go in the third. Cyclones got it 2nd down and 8, up 24-17, trying to nurse this lead. Floyd talks to his running back, takes a shotgun snap, fakes the handoff to Coleman. He's going to look down the field. He's going to get hit in the backfield and sacked. And he lost 7 on the play, but we've got some flags going on here.
Might be a horse collar.
We got a flag coming in from the linesman.
That or taunting.
And we'll find out. It was not on, I don't believe, the Cyclones, because they were the last. The flag was thrown, and there was no one around the ball except for Trooper Floyd. Going to be something on Fort Mill here. Fort Mill guys grabbing their helmets and walking off.
Number 35 was grabbing his helmet like, oh, no.
And if it's, let's see what it is. They're waiting to see what it's going to be. Face mask.
Face mask.
All right, let's see what they mark off this time, Jim. 5-yard face mask, we thought. Now they
did it again.
No, they gave us 5 yards while they gave them 10 the last time. So we've had a 15-yard, a 10-yard, and a 5-yard face mask tonight.
What's going to be next, a 3?
I think it's potluck.
So that is a foul on Fort Mill.
I think what we're really missing here, not missing, but what we really haven't talked a lot about is the struggles the offensive line's had tonight.
Offensive line has had significant struggles. All right, so now they're taking the ball back to the line of scrimmage and marking off 5 yards. I thought it was after the end of the run. Didn't you?
I thought it was, but what do I know
Yeah,
anymore?
but they lost yardage.
I don't care. I still thought it was at the end of the end. Didn't matter. You race the down and move it up 5 yards. I don't know, because it's going to be 2nd down.
I don't blame that coach. I'd want an explanation, too.
They had the same thing happen to them. McNeely is on the field asking for an explanation. He's going to get it. It's 2nd down and 3 for the Cyclones. Trooper Floyd in the shotgun formation. Coleman to his right. Takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Coleman. He makes 2 men miss in the backfield. Then he gets over his stiff's arm, but the Fort Mill defender did not let go of him, and they're going to hold him just shy of the first down. He gained 3, but he needed to get again 2, needed to get 3. All right, so this brings up the 8th play of this drive for the Cyclones here. 3rd down and long for the Cyclones. 3rd down is a long one, excuse me. Let's see what the Cyclones can do here, Jimbo. They got to get this first down.
They got to give it number 20.
Offensive line has had a really difficult time with this defensive line of Fort Mill. Running backs have made some men miss, just like Coleman did right there. And he got to the 20-yard line. He had to get to the 30. He got 12, and that's enough for a Cyclone first down.
Yeah, the yellow jacket player on the ground, Clint.
That's his 15th rush, and he just crossed over 100 yards to 102 for tonight's game.
He saw that end zone, and, boy, he was wanting to get there.
We'll take a break. 32 seconds to go in the third. 24-17, injured player on the field.
Relax, save like a pro with Founders
What's the
Federal
bet for
Credit
score?
Union.
10
Founders
to 10
Loyalty
last time
Select
I
account
checked.
gives you the opportunity
Well,
to
they're
grow
gonna
your
be bad
savings.
again.
Fund your account through your favorite Loyalty Select product and start saving. Not a member yet? Relax. Join Founders.com or one of their 40 locations to see if you qualify for membership. Membership qualification required. Terms and conditions apply. Founders Federal Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
This Cyclone football game is made possible in part by Quacked Glass, your mobile auto glass replacement service. Quack Glass will come to you and solve your glass auto needs. Quack Glass is American-owned and Carolina-grown. They're serving both North and South Carolina, and now with offices at Carowinds and 2708 Flat Creek Road, Lancaster. 866-787-8225 or online at quackglass.com. You can trust the Duck.
All right, we're back here. 32 seconds to go in the third quarter. 24-17 Cyclone lead. They got it 1st and 10 inside Fort Mill Yellow Jacket territory. Ball's going to be spotted right inside the 21-yard line. They're moving right to the left. Cyclones wearing their traditional home uniforms, blue pants, blue jerseys, blue helmets. Fort Mill on their road jerseys, white shirt jerseys, blue pants, yellow helmets. This game was 24-3 at one point in the second quarter, and Fort Mill has scored 14 unanswered points to bring this thing much closer. Floyd takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Kyan Kennedy, who's in the backfield for the first time tonight. He gets to the 15-yard line, and that's a gain of 5. And so the Cyclones put it in place, 2nd down and 5. Good hard run by Kyan Kennedy there. Brings up the 10th play of this drive. Might be the last of the third quarter. Cyclones looks like they're going to go into the fourth quarter up 24-17. And that's going to be the last play of the third quarter. We'll take a break with them. Cyclones up 24-17 to start the fourth when we come back. We'll take a break, Billy Boy.
Tonight's Cyclone football made possible
20 to
by
10,
Burns Chevrolet Cadillac
Lions.
in Rock Hill. Serving the area since 1923 and located off I-77, exit 82B in Rock Hill. Burns has new Chevrolet and Cadillacs along with a selection of pre-owned vehicles, including buy here, pay here. Burns Chevrolet Cadillac, 800-681-7198 or online at BurnsChevrolet.com. Your right choice.
Made possible in part by Joe's Towing and Wrecker Service. Joe's Towing and Wrecker Service located at 2581 Lancaster Road in Chester. They offer local and long-distance towing, heavy-duty towing, and service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Joe's also does big truck repair, truck and tractor tire service. More information is available at 803-581-5720 or 803-385-8610. That's Joe's Towing and Wrecker Service.
All right, we're back here at Cyclone Stadium. Cyclones up 24-17, looking to extend their winning streak this season to 2. Won last week, big, 42-6 at Lancaster. Got started off on a really hot streak there. First half was up 34-0 before the halftime break. Cyclones got started strong here as well in the first quarter. At one point, this game was 24-3, and it was all Cyclones. At this point in the game, Cyclones are struggling to hold on to a 7-point lead. Fort Mill scored 7 in a row. Coach Keith Boyd's trying to fire the team up and get them ready to go. We got 2nd down and 5, balls at the 15-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. Kyan Kennedy lined up behind the left guard and the H-back position. Floyd hands it off to Coleman. Coleman's going to drive the pile forward. He's going to get hard over the 10-yard line and get some hard yardage over the 10-yard line to the 9, where the Cyclones will have a 1st and goal from the 9. Good hard run there by Elijah Coleman. 16th run of the night. He is now 108 yards rushing. 3rd first down of the drive for the Cyclones, working on the 10th and the 11th play of this drive. 11:40 to go in this football game. Cyclones up 24-17. Been pretty methodical here in the second half. Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap, runs over the left side behind his running back on the isolation play. He sticks it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones! Now it is 30-17. 11:29 to go in this. A good hard run on the isolation play there by Trooper Jeff.
Yeah, and he went straight up the middle, and that's kind of where he can be most effective, I think.
Absolutely. You're exactly right. Floyd on a 9-yard touchdown run. Run right behind Coleman, who opened that hole and stuck it in the end zone. Quick hitter. Now Trooper Floyd stays on the field in the shotgun formation. 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Coleman in the backfield with him. Takes a shotgun snap. He's going to try to throw a fade pattern. He throws it way over Reggie Heath's head. Ball falls incomplete. I wonder if there's a little miscommunication between the quarterback and receiver there. We'll take a break. 30-17 Cyclones. We come back.
Looking to upgrade your future? Discover York Technical College, where education meets opportunity. Get ready for success with York Tech's no-cost tuition program. That's right, tuition is on York Tech. Explore a diverse program, hands-on learning, and supportive community in the Tri-County area. Don't miss out. Visit yorktech.edu to learn more.
Tonight's broadcast made possible by Hillside Restaurant and Bar at 129 Gadsden Street in downtown Chester. Hillside Restaurant and Bar offers specialty coffees and desserts in their cafe, brick oven-baked pizzas, salads, and sandwiches. Their speakeasy-style bar has adult libations. Hillside has an event room for special occasions. The cafe open Thursday through Saturday at 7 a.m. Hillside Restaurant and Bar open from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. Online at hillsideeats.com with a Z and on Facebook and Instagram.
All right, we're back here. Cyclones kick it off. DJ Stevenson going to be taken by the Fort Mill running back at the 5-yard line. Deep man. He's going to get to the 25-yard line and get swarmed over by a host of Cyclones. Getting up off the bottom of that pile. Looks like it's number 19, Delamari Cockrell, the sophomore for the Cyclones, making a stop.
Great Falls down 28-6 to Lee Central. That was at the halftime. Louisville on top of Buford, 49-0.
Fort Mill brings their offense back on the field. 1st and 10, balls at their own 27-yard line. Cyclones defense on the field, hands on their hips right now. A little tired, but on the field a lot here in the second half, and it's hot out there. Minus 27-yard line, 11:18 to go in this one down. Fort Mill to the Cyclones, 30-17. Colin Martin in the shotgun, and he gets Zy Whitlock to jump off sides. 5-yard procedure penalty on the Cyclones. And we'll start 1st and 5 here. Second penalty of the Cyclones here in the third quarter. That is a 10-yard, 2 for 2 for 10 yards, another 5-yard penalty. One was a face mask and one was a offsides penalty.
Clint, do you have a name for number 32?
I think it is Nathan Moss. Martin takes a shotgun snap, going to run the option to the right side, and Cyclones give chase. That's going to be number 16, Antonio Hopkins, who takes the running back down, who's going to be down on the ground with a cramp. That's number 33, I believe it is. Is that Dial?
It's kind of amazing. I don't think we've had anybody go down with a cramp. And we got a lot of guys playing both ways, and they don't really have many guys playing both ways, and they've been going down with cramps often.
He gained 1 yard on the play. 11:02 stoppage on the field for the injured Fort Mill Yellow Jacket. You can't run left and right against this Cyclone defense. My man Tyler Cuff from OTS Media just said it behind Perry Sutton. The guys down from Rock Hill. Glad to have them here calling this football game. He just said you can't run left to right against this Cyclone defense. You got to run straight up the middle at them. Don't let them come downhill on you.
Or throw a flare pass.
That's Deal. I'm not sure how you say his name, but he is cramped, and he is up and ready to go now. Bad thing about those cramps, men, you know this. The more you get them, the less likely they are to go to way.
Yeah.
You know, you start getting them, and it's going to be there for the rest of the night.
Unless.
You know, but as we talked about this a moment ago during one of the breaks, or maybe even on air, it seems to me that Fort Mill has a cramping problem every time we play them. So I don't know if it's a conditioning issue or what, but I'd be working on that if I were the coaching staff there. Sends a man in motion from left to right. Martin rolls to his right. Cyclones give chase. C.J. McCree's being held. Throws it back across his body. Ball falls incomplete. Coverage out there for the Cyclones by Baxley, number 8 for the Cyclones. He was the man closest to the ball. It was intended for a receiver out there, number 3 for Fort Mill, and that is Tyson Helms. And it falls incomplete, but there is a penalty marker on the field, and I believe they held C.J. McCree, who came in on from his Mike Backer position.
He came from the referee.
Face mask, personal foul face mask.
Don't see that often, not on the offense anyway.
Holy mackerel. Now they're trying to add 15.
That's hard to believe. You get that face mask cut on that blitz, but I guess he reached up there and grabbed it, tried to stop him. That's a 15-yarder. That's a killer for Fort Mill. Man alive. That's tough. You go from 3rd down and about 7 to 2nd down and a really long way. 2nd down and 21 for Fort Mill against this Cyclone defense. Not where Coach McNeely wants his players having to play this game. 3 receivers in the formation. The running back to the left side of the quarterback. Cyclones give chase this time. It's a screen pass, but the Cyclones give chase, and they're going to take the running back down after he caught the screen pass at the 25-yard line. So he gained about 12 of the yardage back, and so it brings up 3rd down and more manageable, but it's still long for Fort Mill.
One broken tackle away from making a 1st down.
That's right.
Waiting on the snap. Quarterback sends a man in motion right to left. Takes a shotgun snap. Cyclones give pressure again. They hit him as he throws the ball. He throws it downfield. And the Cyclones are there. Turn around, and there's no penalty marker on the field. The DB and the receiver were locked up together, but the ball falls incomplete. Brings up 4th down and long for the Yellow Jackets. Punt team comes on. Down 30-17. Not where Coach McNeely wanted his players to be.
I wonder why Coach McNeely has a long sleeve shirt on.
He's tough, man.
Is that what it is? You have to be tough to wear a long sleeve shirt?
You got to be tough, Bo. You got to be tough, man. On the punt is Jackson Smith, number 14 for Fort Mill. Deep to receive, number 2, Reggie Heath for the Cyclones.
Cyclones should have good field position, Clint.
Absolutely. Let's see what's going to happen here. Waiting on the snap. And we got a good snap. Cyclones get some pressure, but he's got that's a beautiful kick. It's going to take a Fort Mill Yellow Jacket roll. Cyclones clear out of the way, hit it to the 50-yard line, going to roll to the 40, inside the 40. Cyclones will put it in play. 1st and 10, nose of the football on their own 40-yard line. Moving left to right, up 30-17, trying to ice it away here, Jimbo.
Yes, we do. We got to get something going because we need one more score.
30-yard punt there for Jackson Smith. Now the Cyclones put it in play. 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line with 9:41 to go in this one. They'll be moving left to right. Trooper Floyd in the shotgun formation. Fort Mill brings some pressure. They got Trooper missed the handoff on the zone read. He just flat missed it. He had a guy pulling. He had a big Trevonte Weldon pulling from the left tackle position, leading the way for Elijah Coleman. And he just missed the handoff and tried to go to the left side and got tackled for a loss of 3.
Another cramp.
Fort Mill got another cramp. Brings up 2nd down and long for the Cyclones. Trooper just misread that one, men.
Yeah. Offense has just not been real crisp.
No, they haven't clicked very well in this ball game. They'll have a week to get it together.
Yeah.
And they better get it together for next week.
Yeah.
Next week it's a little bit different athletes on the field we'll be up against.
A little different animal coming rolling in here next week. Fort Mill's played them hard, and they haven't given up. They've been scrappy. But Cyclones can't afford to not be crisp next week against the Griffins from Fairfield Central, who are just putting it on everybody they're playing so far, and they're going to have a bad taste in their mouth because the Cyclones went down there and got them last year.
Yes, we did.
And Cyclones, in recent history, have pretty much owned that rivalry. And, for a long, long time, Fairfield had the upper hand. So they'll be ready to come in here and play. Cyclones will be ready to play them for sure, I'm thinking, too. All right, Fort Mill got the guys on the field now. Defensive, or took off the young man who's got a cramp, brought another guy on. Cyclones in the shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the left side waiting on the snap. Takes a shotgun snap. Trooper Floyd's going to roll to his left, try to throw back across his body. That ball's going to be thrown into the hands of the Fort Mill defender, and he's caught it. He's at the 15-yard line. 10-5, touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Trooper Floyd threw that ball right into his hands. He intercepted that football, number 21 for the Yellow Jackets, Gavin Brandwood. He caught that ball at the 38-yard line, maybe 40, and took it down the right sideline into the end zone for a touchdown with a pick 6. This ball game got interesting. It went from a chance to ice it to a chance now we're going to have to fight and claw your way to keep the victory. Cyclones up 30-23. Jackson Smith on to try the extra point on Floyd's interception that he threw into the hands of number 21, Brandwood for the Yellow Jackets of Fort Mill. Second interception tonight for Floyd. Both quarterbacks have thrown interceptions. The kick is up, and it is good. 30-24. It is a 6-point game. We'll take a break, and we'll be back. Chester High School football on WRBK.
Tonight's Cyclone football coverage on WRBK made possible in part by Dr. Sam Stone and his staff at Lowry's Family Medicine in Chester. Lowry's Family Medicine provides health care from birth to the golden ages and is located at 517 Doctors Court off of Wilson Street Extension. Dr. Sam Stone and his staff are proud supporters of the Chester Cyclones. Tonight's Cyclone football action made possible in part by True Vista Communications, Chester's provider for high-speed broadband, video, voice, wireless, security, and smart home solutions. They're available online at truevista.net or at a True Vista customer experience store located in Chester, Camden, Great Falls, and Winnsboro.
All right, we're back here. It is 9:07 to go in this football game. Cyclones up 30-24 after Trooper Floyd just threw a pick 6. The kick was good. He threw it into the hands of Brandwood, number 21. Gavin Brandwood caught it at about the 40-yard line, took it over the right sideline, which was the Fort Mill sideline, into the house for 6 points. And now the Cyclones got themselves into a situation where they're going to have to do some work. It's a high end-over-end kick going to be taken by one of the up men. That's Coleman for the Cyclones. He makes a couple men miss, but the Fort Mill Yellow Jackets chase him down from behind, and they tackle him at the 37-yard line, 38-yard line, where the Cyclones will put it in play. 1st and 10 with 9 minutes to go in this football game. Cyclones have not been crisp offensively. They've had some turnovers. They fumbled the ball a lot last week. We're able to get them back. They've laid the ball on the ground 3 times tonight, but able to recover each one of them. However, 2 interceptions. So not been very clean with the football. Coach Floyd cannot be happy with where his guys are right now at the end of this football game. Got to have a little adversity, though, Jimbo.
Yep. Every year you got to have it.
Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap. This time he gets hit in the backfield. So does Coleman. Fort Mill's got a little life.
Tell you what, you're right, Clint. They've got life, and they believe they can win this game now.
Number 50 comes barreling in. Tyson Stroman, the senior defensive lineman, makes the stop in the backfield. Loss of 4 on the play for Elijah Coleman. Brings up second down and 14 for the Cyclones. They're going to require, I believe, and I would if I was Coach McNeely and his defensive staff, they're going to require Trooper Floyd to beat him with his arm. Rolls to the right, Floyd does. He's going to throw it down the field. He's got a man open. That's Amari Pendergrass. He catches the ball at midfield at the 49-yard line. Man, he was close. He was close to being out of bounds, but he caught the football at the 49-yard line, and he's tackled and driven out of bounds. But number 2 for Fort Mill, Jalen Chambers, a senior, made a really boneheaded play as he forced Pendergrass out of bounds and then threw him down in the middle of the Cyclone
That was
huddle.
his first mistake. Don't do it in the middle of the Cyclone
And then the line judge saw it through the 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty on Fort Mill. Man, that's a costly penalty for Coach McNeely's team.
Yeah,
he can't be happy with that one.
That's tough.
Well, I tell you, I would be hot if I was their coach.
Man, that's a costly 197 yards right now for Trooper Floyd. 2 interceptions, 97 yards passing for Trooper tonight.
How many attempts tonight?
5 of 15. Oh, excuse me, 6 of 15. Amari Pendergrass caught the football for a 15-yard gain and then got a 15-yard penalty on Fort Mill.
Oh, nice cut.
Hands it off to Elijah. Elijah Coleman over to 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Cyclones.
Tell you what, he earned that one, boys.
He started up the middle, cut outside, went down the left side of the field, which is the far side of the field, into the end zone for a touchdown. Cyclones.
Speed kills.
Like Jeff just said, he earned every yard of that.
And we got a flag on the play here. So it looks like we got an unsportsmanlike conduct. So we'll probably be kicking off from the.
It's on number 10. Fort Mill's getting a little mouthy here. They're getting a little heated and causing some problems. And now Coach McNeely's going to have to get his guys under control, or he's going to be very frustrated with them soon.
Well, they had a chance back here, and 3 plays has made the difference in this drive. Chester needs to take it on the kickoff.
Absolutely, they do.
That's a gagger for Fort Mill.
All right, Cyclones up 36-24 here. Trooper Floyd on the field. Try for the 2-point conversion. Chester Taylor calls timeout. We'll hold it right here as we wait for the 2-point conversion attempt. Then we'll take a break after, whether it's good or not. But that's a 35-yard touchdown run by Elijah Coleman. And that
best run of the year, Clint.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So he has now 139 yards on 18 rushes as he moves forward and leads the Cyclones in rushing tonight by far.
He's been the lone bright spot in the offense. I just don't think it's just still haven't been able to get Kyan Kennedy involved in the offense 2 weeks in a row. Just not really had an opportunity. Had a pick on an attempt at him.
He had one big catch,
yep,
and then was unable to get to where he needed to. And then was Trooper went to him, and
yep,
ball was knocked loose and intercepted. He hasn't gone back his way. He did have a 2-point conversion catch as well.
Yep.
So we'll see. Cyclones are going to line up, go for 2 here. Don't have a kicker or a long snapper or holder or some combination thereof. 2 receivers to the left side, 3 to the right. Now sends a man in motion. That's Witherspoon. It's going to be a double pass. Swing it out there. He's going to try to run on a little slip. He got it. Touchdown. 2-point conversion's good. Cyclones up 38-24. 7:56 to go in this one. We'll take a break and we'll be back. Cyclone football, WRBK.
Tonight's Chester Cyclone football game is made possible in part by First Citizens Bank. At First Citizens, we believe that banking is all about the people we serve, and we work hard every day to make sure our customers know how we feel. First Citizens Bank with offices in Richburg and Chester. That's First Citizen Bank, forever first.
Barron Funeral Home at 133 Wiley Street in Chester and Dancer Baker Funeral Home, located at 26 Underwood Avenue in Great Falls, are proud to help bring you tonight's broadcast of the Chester High School football game. They wish the Cyclones great success this season. The staff of Barron Funeral Home and Dancer Baker Funeral Home continue to serve the people of Chester County with courtesy and dignity.
You're listening to Cyclone Football on WRVK Richburg, WNVK Whitmire, WEVK Society Hill, WUBK Inner-Ray.
All right, we're back here at Cyclone Stadium. Cyclones kick off from the 45-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. Had a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty assessed on the kickoff. Kickoff's deep, been taken by the deep man over Fort Mill. He's going to get balls on the ground. He's tackled inside the 15-yard line. Beanbag went to the ground, but the referee says Fort Mill got it, and they'll have it 1st and 10 inside their own 15-yard line. 7:40 to go in this one.
It's getting chippy, boys.
38-14.
Fort Mill's getting a little chippy. Our guys got to keep their composure because the last thing you want to do is get it ejected and not be able to play next week.
Coach Floyd's making his way to the field to have a conversation with several of his players.
As he should.
To your point, Jeff.
Yeah, well, and players are like, well, he did this to me. I don't care. I don't care if he kicks you in the head. Get up and walk away. Referee doesn't see it, then so be it. But
that's a hard lesson.
It is a hard lesson,
especially what we deal with our house when big sister or little brother kicks you in the head.
Yeah, well,
that's a different game, though.
Different
game. Ball's at the 14-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. They're moving right to left against the Cyclone defense. Down this time, pretty big. That's intercepted by Reggie Heath Jr.
That's it.
Colin Martin throws the ball across the field. He lobs it out there. Reggie Heath saw it coming. He stepped in front of the receiver. Number 5, Jeremiah McNeil, intercepted the football, and the Cyclones will take it over 1st and 10 inside the 20, and McNeil is cramping.
Jeffrey called that play in the first quarter. He said, we're going to pick off one of those before the night's over. That's it.
Yeah, if he could have stood up and stood his ground, that was a pick 6.
Yeah.
All right, Fort Mill's got a cramper on the field. That's McNeil. We hope he's okay. I'm going to tell you right now, I believe, and I don't know what happened last week for Fort Mill, and I don't know what happened to them all of last year in their season, but I believe we need to go find some way to mix up some Gatorade with some salt in it.
Salt tablets or something, man.
Goodness gracious, they have been cramped up. They cramped up against us last year at the end of the game, and they're cramped up now.
Maybe get an IV, I don't know.
Goodness gracious, I hate it. I hate it for them because they ain't no fun. Cramp is no fun at all. But I tell you, and once they start, they don't stop. But, I mean, at some point, you got to do something a little different if you're not able to get it done, where you need to be.
Final score, Louisville 49, Buford 0. And I said Louisville was going to put 50 up tonight, and they let me down.
7-12 in this one. McNeil takes the break. He comes off the field. 7:12 to go in this one. If you're listening on the podcast, I got 19 minutes left on my broadcast. I love you guys, but I don't think I'm going to restart it. If we don't make it, we don't make it. Sorry.
We should, though.
Jim, 7 minutes on the clock, 19 minutes on the
They're going to be throwing the ball?
But we're going to. Well, they're going to be throwing it, yeah.
Well, if we score a touchdown, right, going to be another timeout. There's going to be 6 more cramps. Trooper Floyd in a shotgun formation. Coleman to his right. Fort Mill jumps off sides. Now the Cyclones move, but they should have
that guy was across the line and touched our guy.
I don't know if he touched him, but he got off sides. But the Cyclones going to back him up 5 yards. He just missed it. They missed it there, Jeffrey.
Yeah, hard to tell from down here. Maybe I thought once you get into that, what's that zone they call it, but I thought in high school it was just automatic.
I did too. Trooper Floyd hands it off to Coleman up the middle. Coleman starts right, cuts back left. He's got a lot of energy going ahead. He gets to the 15-yard line. He got the penalty yards back and some. He got 9 on the play. Brings up second down and 7 for the Cyclones. Second down and 6 for the Cyclones. 148 yards now for Coleman. Clock still runs. 6:46, 6:45 left in this one. 38-24 lead by the Cyclones, trying to salt this one away. Coleman steps up in the H-back position. Kyan Kennedy now in the tailback position. Takes the handoff from Floyd. He missed his hole. He starts inside and jumps out. He stays inside. I believe he gets about 3 or 4 more yards, Jeff. I think he missed his hole a little bit, but it keeps the clock running, and he gains a yard.
Yep. Keep the clock running. Even if we don't convert on 3rd or 4th down, you're going to probably be under 5 minutes.
Receiver on either side of the formation, Pendergrass and Heath. Kyan Kennedy at the tight spot at tight end. Hands it off to Witherspoon at the middle. Witherspoon gets hit in the backfield. He tries to make a few men miss from Fort Mill, but he's going to be caught and thrown down. He's still running hard, but Fort Mill chases him down. He lost about 5 yards. They're going to stop him where his forward progress was. He lost 3 on the play, and they're going to spot him up high at the.
I think they're going to mark him down right where he was at. And we got another Fort Mill cramp. I'll tell you what would cure that. Apple fritter.
Had one this morning from Momo's.
There you go.
Oh, they're going to spot him? Yeah, they are going to spot him. Big time loss.
I mean, Clint, I think that's the right spot. I mean.
Well, I just like the line judge was up there. It looked like the linesman had a spot, but apparently he was just calling timeout for the coaches.
I'm going to throw it up in the end zone. I'm going to give Reggie Heath or Kyan Kennedy an opportunity to go up and get it. And if not, you know what?
Fort Mill calls timeout. We'll take it with them. 5:24 to go in this one. Cyclones up 38-24.
Tonight's broadcast of Cyclone Football made possible in part by Chester County Natural Gas Authority. As Chester County Natural Gas celebrates 60 years of service to their customers, they remind you natural gas is the most efficient and effective way to heat your water, heat your home, dry your clothes, and to cook your meals. Contact Chester County Natural Gas Authority Monday to begin enjoying the comfort and affordability of clean burning and efficient natural gas.
This Cyclone football game is made possible in part by Quacked Glass, your mobile auto glass replacement service. Quack Glass will come to you and solve your glass auto needs. Quack Glass is American-owned and Carolina-grown. They're serving both North and South Carolina and now with offices at Carowinds and 2708 Flat Creek Road, Lancaster. 866-787-8225 or online at quackglass.com. You can trust the Duck.
All right, we back here. Just got a text message. Big Rick Davis listening and said, tell him give some mustard or tonic water. Old school, baby.
Pickle juice.
Give some packs of mustard and stick them in your mouth. I mean, come on, Fort Mill. You got to do better than this.
Juice.
Do something, man. Vinegar or something. Do something. Goodness gracious. Trooper Floyd takes shotgun snap. He's going to roll to his left. He's going to look downfield, trying to find Reggie. Now he's reversing his field. He's got some running room. He's at the 25-yard line, 20, 15-yard line, going to be run out of bounds. Took an unnecessary big hit. I think he should have thrown that ball away. He got down to the 16-yard line and out of bounds. Brings up 4th down for the Cyclones here. What will the Cyclones do? They'll go for it.
Clint, that was 4th down, I thought.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, was it 4th down?
Yes, see, they moving.
Okay, so it's 1st down. Trooper Floyd runs it for 12 yards on 4th down. And Yellow Jackets take it over. 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line. Moving right to left against Cyclone defense, down 14. 5:21 to go in this one. Let's hope they throw it 3 times. Get an interception or something, then we can maybe have salted away with some runs and be done with it. Martin in the shotgun formation, running back to his left. Cyclones pointing it out. C.J. McCree bringing some pressure up the middle. Cyclones get there. Terry Radford takes him down for a big-time sack. That looked like a swim move from.
Boy, I tell you what, that was good.
Boy, he swam right in there on him. Got him down for a loss of 5 on the play. Loss of 6. Ball's at the 9-yard line.
Terry Radford, number 39, with the sack down inside the 10-yard line.
All right, now we got it down. 2nd down and 20.
Radford looks for a little bit bigger than he did last
Yeah,
year.
second.
He's put on some weight.
2nd down is 16 per the clock on the scoreboard from my man Jack Sink. Colin Martin in the shotgun, waiting on the snap. Looks over the clock, sends his man in motion, looks over the defense. Takes a shotgun snap. It's going to be on a screen pass. He throws it back across the middle. Cyclones had it covered. That's my man Nathan Moss in there on the coverage. Tried to hit his running back, number 4, Joseph Anderson on the screen. Ball falls incomplete, brings up 3rd down and long. .137 passing for Fort Mill tonight, but they haven't been very successful here the last 2 drives. 4:32 to go, down 38-24 to the Cyclones.
Didn't work that time, did it?
Martin trying to draw the Cyclones off sides. Cyclone defensive line getting where they want to be. C.J. McCree directing traffic. Try to come up the middle. Here they come. And he's going to force the quarterback to his right. He's going to look downfield. Cyclone's going to get there where he is. He just heaves it downfield. Reggie Heath goes up to get it. He caught it. Interception.
No, he dropped it. It hit the ground.
Oh, it did. Doggone it. I thought he caught it. So it is 4:19. Brings up 4th down and long for the Yellow Jackets. They'll punt deep inside their territory.
I think that's his second interception he's dropped tonight.
Yeah, punt team's on. That's Jackson Smith. 4:19 to go in this one. If we could just get this game over, Jimbo.
Oh, yes, it would be relief. Big relief.
Get to sleep. I get to sleep in the morning.
How does that work?
Well, Saturday, man. That's the only day.
Saturday.
That's the only day, baby. Only day. Smith in the Cyclones. I mean, in his own end zone, waiting to kick it off. Cyclones get a little pressure. Zion Whitlock. That's a good kick. Reggie Heath's going to fair catch it, and the Cyclones will take it over 1st and 10 at the Fort Mill 42-yard line. The majority of this game in the second half has been played on the Fort Mill side of the field. It's a surprise the Cyclones don't have more points. As much has been played on Fort Mill side of the field. Cyclones bring their offense on the field. Running back in the game, number 20, Elijah Coleman. Offensive line, now it's time to earn your pay, guys.
Yeah.
Trooper Floyd in the shotgun formation, 4-12. Cyclones want to try to ice this game. Hands it off to Coleman up the middle. Coleman's got a whole running room. He's going to get to the 30-yard line from the 38-yard line, so he gained 8 on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 2 for the Cyclones, and we got a cramp on the field.
Oh,
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back. 3:55. Cyclones up 38-24.
Founders Federal Credit Union proudly sponsors Cyclone Athletics. Looking for a home field advantage? A mortgage loan from Founders Federal Credit Union can help with mortgage programs designed to fit your financial needs with member service. FoundersFCU.com to apply for a mortgage loan from Founders. Relax, go Cyclones. Membership qualification required. Terms and conditions apply. Founders Federal Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Tonight's Chester Cyclone football game is made possible in part by Hamilton, Delaney, Greer, and Cotton, attorneys at law providing legal services since 1907. Attorneys Milton Hamilton, Greg Delaney, Brian Greer, and Nick Cotton have a general practice of law with offices in Chester and Rock Hill. Hamilton, Delaney, Greer, and Cotton support all the schools in Chester County.
All right, we're back here at Cyclone Stadium. 3:55 to go in this one. Cyclones up 38-24. 2nd down and 3. Injured player for Fort Mill was number 21, Gavin Brandwood, who had a pick 6, and now he's off the field with a cramp. Hopefully he'll be back. Hands off this time to Coleman. Elijah Coleman over the right side. He's still driving to pile through. He gets inside the 25 down to the 22. That's a gain of 8 and enough for another Cyclone first down. Tackled by number 75, Adam Hathaway, from the nose tackle position. Trooper Floyd got his guys lined up in the shotgun formation. Cyclones have 2 tight ends in the game. They're going to run the ball all the way the rest of the game. Hands it off to Coleman up the right side. Coleman gets up in the middle. He gets across the 15-yard line to the 13, but there is a hold in the middle of the offensive line. So we'll back them up 10 yards, and we'll run first down again. Bryce Siebert made the stop for the Yellow Jackets, holding on the Cyclones. Back them up 10 yards from the original spot. We'll start first down and 20 here. That is the 4th penalty for the Cyclones here in this second half. That's the 11th for the game. Coach Floyd cannot be happy with that, will not be happy with that. That's 80 yards of penalties on 11 penalties for the Cyclones. 3:14 to go, 3:11, 3:10. Cyclones up 38-24 over the Yellow Jackets of Fort Mill. Trooper takes a shotgun snap. He's going to roll to his right, throws it incomplete. Tried to hit his Reggie Heath in the flats. Ball falls incomplete, stops the clock, and we'll keep it going. Second down and 19. Coach Floyd signals his play call in. Elijah Coleman has 20 rushes for 156 yards tonight for the Cyclones.
100 how many?
56. I would just continue to feed him.
Yeah, right.
Floyd in the shotgun. Double tight end set. Kyan Kennedy on the other side of the line. Floyd takes a shotgun snap, runs the isolation play, gets up in the middle, inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. Clock continues to run. 2:46, 2:45. Cyclones up 38-24, and Elijah Coleman comes out, and number 3, Demias Witherspoon, comes in for the Cyclones. Floyd got 4 on the play, brings up a third down and 16. Antonio Hopkins in the backfield with Floyd. He's going to be lined up about 3 yards to Floyd's left, almost right behind the left tackle. 2 receivers to the far side of the field. Sends Kyan Kennedy in motion from right to left. Takes a shotgun snap. He's going to roll to his left, and he's going to try to throw down the field, and he's going to see if he can't run. Don't run out of bounds, Trooper.
Out of bounds.
Trooper runs out of bounds at the 24-yard line, so it's going to bring up 4th down and long for the Cyclones, and it stops the clock at 1:54 to go in this one. 38-24, Cyclone lead, 4th down and 12. Trooper picked up 4 on the play. Cyclones going to call timeout. We'll take it with them. 1:54 to go in this one. We'll take a break, and we'll be back.
Made possible in part by Joe's Towing and Wrecker Service. Joe's Towing and Wrecker Service located at 2581 Lancaster Road in Chester. They offer local and long-distance towing, heavy-duty towing, and service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Joe's also does big truck repair, truck and tractor tire service. More information is available at 803-581-5720 or 803-385-8610. That's Joe's Towing and Wrecker Service.
This broadcast of Chester Cyclone football is made possible by Polk Bell Bonds, serving Chester County for over 30 years. Polk Bell Bonds executes surety bonds in all state or federal courts and can provide GPS, electronic, or alcohol monitoring. Ned Polk is available anytime at 581-POLK, 482-POLK, 789-POLK, and 872-2222. Polk Bell Bonds.
All right, back here at Chester High School, 1:54 to go in this one, 38-24. Cyclones over the Yellow Jackets from Fort Mill. Game started at 7:30. We're approaching 3 hours. Floyd in the shotgun. Hopkins stands to his right, 4th down and 12. Floyd takes a shotgun snap. He's going to roll to his right. He's got some man open. He throws the ball on a rope, and he throws it a little bit too far for Reggie Heath. Puts a little more air under it at 6 points. But ball falls incomplete, brings up 1st down and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. 1:48 left in this one. Cyclones going to be victorious. The question is, are we going to get there before daybreak?
Well, there's games that have started 30 minutes after us that have been done 30 minutes before us tonight.
Troopers throwing the ball for, I believe that is 99 yards tonight, 6 of 16. 2 interceptions and 99 yards. Fort Mill takes it over 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line. Martin rolls to his left to throw the ball down the field, and there's Terry Radford from the nose tackle position who makes the tackle, and we got a timeout on the field.
Bye.
For what?
1:33, 1:32. They're stopping the clock. We got a timeout on the field from somebody here.
Here's a score update. Fairfield Central 26, Andrew Jackson 16. A little closer than I thought. York 17, Nation Ford 14. 4th quarter.
Fort Mill called timeout with 1:31 left in this one, down 38-24. Coach McNeely is coaching to the end.
Tonight's broadcast made possible by Hillside Restaurant and Bar at 120.
All right, here we go. Well, maybe it was I don't know what it was, Jim. Was it a timeout? Was it a water break? What was it? He never pointed.
He never pointed.
Is it a water break issue?
Why would you call a water break with 1:31?
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying, is it like a certain on your watch or something?
I don't know.
He just asked the question, man. Don't get mad at
I
him.
mean, Jim's fired up over there.
No, it's just no excuse there.
Irmo 48, Lancaster 12.
I'm just trying to be friendly here. Didn't know Jim was going to attack me. I mean, Jim's getting chippy. We start calling him. Is he wearing blue, white, and yellow over there?
He's probably going to get a cramp walking down the stairs.
Martin into shotgun formation, waiting on the snap. He gets snapped. Cyclones bring some pressure. He's going to throw it down the field. And there's going to be Witherspoon, Demias Witherspoon for the interception. Martin throws it down the field, and he'll finish tonight, I believe, 12 of 23 with 137 yards and 3